Peace and black power, everybody. What's happening? How y'all doing this Saturday afternoon? Man, we got Ausar, Chasaad. We got Chasaad with Black Sage today at 2:00. They're gonna go in on what's going on with Sa and Ka. And last week they had a debate, and Sa and Ka put that work in, man. He damn sure, I gotta give it to him. He put the work in, right? And so these brothers want to respond to it, and we always ready for that. They jumping Assad today. Yeah, Inky, they going in today. But I want everybody to be aware that Inky debate, enough of that talk with him and Unk, because their debate is coming up next week. And if y'all didn't get y'all tickets, man, I don't know what to tell y'all. This debate is going in the vault, is going in the safe, and y'all gonna miss a hell of a debate between Unk and Dr. Inky. Enough of the talking. Enough of the talking coming. And so let me drop the link in case anybody want to get that ticket. Here's the link for the tickets. Oh, okay. Damn, H. Millette already in here doing her thing. If you can, like, share, and subscribe. I'm waiting on my guests to come in. Black Sage and Chasaad. And they will be going in. How many of y'all would like to see this debate right here? I would like to see it. I think Captain is scared of real intellectuals, man. He only take on a lot of times is the Christian pastors and all of them weak dudes, man. He talks about the Africans so much that he should be able to face them. Don't y'all agree? He should be able to face them head on. Instead, he make up excuses, but we got to push him. On that video that I uploaded on sa.neter Studios, y'all got to write in the comment, we want to see it, Captain. We have to see it. It came out? Yeah, I know that. I know. Yeah, so we got to make Captain stand up and fight those who are knowledgeable, because he keep running to these little lame debaters, y'all. Do y'all agree? Yeah, man. What do y'all think? Let me give YAHAWAH a call, because YAHAWAH supposed to be up in here right now. He'd be up in here right now. Yeah, I'm live, man. What time you coming in?
Is the link in the chat?
The link is in the chat. It's at the top.
Yep, I'm coming in right now.
All right. Did you speak to Chasaad?
I did earlier.
All right. Tell him he should be in here.
Yep.
All right, bro. We want to see Captain versus Sekou. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody should be putting that in the chat, letting Captain know. Because what Captain is doing, he's trying to make it look like he's a non-factor. He ain't got what it takes. But we know. See, Sekou, he's a I don't know if I should say an atheist, but I know he's not religious. And Captain knows that. And Captain knows that Sekou will bring that fire. Even Inky goes against Sekou. Inky crazy. He goes against Sekou for the Hebrews. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Let me get the captain. Let me see where the captain is at. Because I'm going to tell the captain to tune into the chat. So y'all should flood the chat up right now with Captain versus Sekou. Because he's trying to find his way out. He's trying to get up out of this. Nah, Sekou beat up Unc. What are you talking about? Sekou beat Unc up, bro. Sekou beat up Unc. They had a debate already. Inky, I got to play that. I got to play that. Sekou beat Unc up, man. Yeah, see, Tazariak hear me calling him. He hear me calling him. He probably watching and ducking. You know? What's going on, Yara? Black Sage?
Hey, Shalom, what's good with you, sir?
Shalom, everything all right, man. Where your boy at, man? Because y'all better be ready, man. Y'all taking on Ausar and Ka, you know?
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Sorry, gosh, trash.
Well, you know as good as I know, he beat your boy up, man.
I don't think so. I don't know what the hell you mean by beating up.
Everybody believes that Ausar and Ka won. You saw the after debate, you seen the post.
Once you minus JJ 7065 trolls, I think that debate will that poll will look a whole lot different.
Yo, you should not call out JJ unless you're ready to get in the ring with him, brother.
I don't care nothing about him at all whatsoever.
Unless you're ready to get in the ring with him, you should not call his name out.
I don't care nothing about him. I don't even have a desire to debate him. I don't have a desire to say whether he's right or wrong. I could care less about JJ 7000.
Oh man, you know he's a loose cannon, man.
Just tell that nigga to look both ways before he crosses the street.
So let me ask you a question. I heard you on the phone earlier with Dr. Inky. We was on the three-way call, and you said something like you are down with ancient Kemet. What's that all about? Black Sage? You said you are a believer in ancient Kemet now.
Yeah, no, I've never not been a believer in the.
Man, this is great. You coming around, man.
I've never been a non-believer in a Kemetic history. History is history. You know, I'm a student of history.
So what do you mean when you say that? You know,
I'm not a believer or a fan of Kemetic science, which is what you guys hear a lot on this channel that comes through a lot of these guys. They believe in Kemetic science, right? They follow Aleister Crowley and
man. What are you talking about?
Society. I'm talking about what they believe in.
Do you believe in the principles of Kemet?
What are the such things as the principles of Kemet?
Well, you know, you got 7 principles. You got the laws of Ma'at.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That comes from Kemetic science. You're not going to show me. I'm going to tell you this right now. You're not going to show me a manuscript, a papyrus. You're not going to show me an ulterior text, a coffin text that says these are the principles of ancient Kemet. You're never going to show me that. Never.
What are you talking about, man?
I'm talking about what you asked me.
Listen for a minute.
You're never going to show me that.
The principles of Kemet came out before the laws of the Torah. What are you talking about?
I'm going to say this to you again.
Say it again.
I'm going to say this to you again. There is no document, no papyrus, no papyri, nothing written that states these are the principles of ancient Kemet. You understand what I just said?
Are
All
there
of that,
any
all of
papyrus
that
on the
interpolation and
walls of
all of that stuff
about
that y'all talk about,
about
that came
the
from
laws of
Aleister
Kemet?
Crowley. That came from Aleister Crowley. That came from Madame Blavatsky. That came from
Ma'at,
all
or
those
negative
theological
confessions,
societies.
appear in funerary papyri, like the Book of the Dead, and sometimes as inscriptions on tomb walls, but they are not the formal codified laws of the state. There is no preserved formal code of Egyptian law.
I just told you that. You see?
No.
Run it
He's
back.
talking about. He's saying according to the state.
I
So
don't
he's
care
telling
who
you.
you
Hold
talking
on,
about.
listen, y'all. He just said that they are in the tombs. They are on the walls, but they are not. According to the state, they are not
hear
out
what I
there.
just said?
They don't exist out there. But
This is what I'm
we're talking
saying.
about. See, I proved
This is
you
what
wrong just now.
You didn't prove me wrong. I just told you. You don't know what you're talking
Everybody
about.
heard it, brother. Everybody heard it.
Matter. Ain't nobody heard what you was up here just saying. What they're telling you is there was no codified written book.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said, brother.
That
He
is what he said.
listen,
Do it
listen, y'all. Even if it wasn't a book, he's telling you before the book. They were written on his tombs, on the stones, in the
Do you understand
in the
what he's saying, sa.neter? Do you
Are there
understand
any
what he's
laws to prove? Hold on. What's the question?
I'm gonna say it to you again. What you asked me, you said the principles of ancient Kemet. I'm telling you, there is nothing on those ulterior texts, there's nothing on those walls in the tomb that says this is a principle
What
of
are the
ancient
principles
Kemet.
of ancient Kemet?
It don't
And
exist.
are they written in the hieroglyphics? I say hieroglyphics because that's what they know.
I'm gonna say it
The
to you
fundamental
again.
principle of ancient Kemet, Egypt, is Ma'at, which embodies concepts like truth, justice, balance, order, harmony, morality, and reciprocity. Yes, the concept of Ma'at and its associated rules, such as the 42 laws of Ma'at, negative confessions, were recorded in hieroglyphs in texts like the Book of the Dead and on tomb inscriptions. The Ma'at hieroglyph itself is often the feather worn by the goddess Ma'at.
See? Tomb subscriptions. They carved on the tombs, brother. Before there was a Torah, El Yara.
sa.neter, that is not, listen, the 42 laws of Maya are not principles.
I know that.
Okay, so what the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about the principles of Ma'at. Truth,
There are none.
justice, righteousness,
Listen to me.
reciprocity.
That's BS.
Watch this.
That's
Watch
BS,
this.
sa.neter.
What is the principles of Ma'at?
I'm going to teach you something after you do that again. I'm going to teach you something.
Please rephrase your question. I need more information.
What are the principles of Ma'at?
I'm going to teach you something.
The principles of Ma'at represent the ancient Egyptian concept of truth, balance, order, harmony, law, morality, and justice that govern the cosmos and human society. The core of Ma'at is often summarized into 7 principles. 1. Truth. 2. Justice. 3. Harmony or righteousness. 4. Balance. 5. Order. 6. Reciprocity. 7. Propriety. In the afterlife, the heart of the deceased was weighed against the feather of Ma'at to determine if they had lived a righteous life in accordance with these principles, demonstrated by their ability to recite the 42 declarations of innocence, also known as...
that's enough, man. Hey, let's move forward, man.
Hey,
You're lost,
sa.neter,
man.
let
You're
me
lost.
explain something to you, sa.neter.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
explain
tell you why y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all why y'all keep pushing illiteracy on the community when y'all do it, right? Because it said these things are summarized. Do you know what that means? That means, first of all, when you're doing Chat GPT and you ask Chat GPT a question, it's pulling from a source. It could, listen, that source could be what you wrote. So unless you tell me what that source is that it's pulling from, it's all BS. You're not going to show me anything on the walls of Kemet that says reciprocity is a principle of Maya. Follow it. It does not exist, bro. In the hieroglyphics, it does not. That stuff is read and interpolated later on with these Kemetic science cats.
Are you interested? Are you interested in making your transformation, moving over to the ancient Kemetic science?
Something to transform to, bro.
You could be a Hebrew/Kemet. Are you interested in starting that way?
Let me tell you something, sa.neter. All that Kemet stuff is dog crap, bro. It's BS because y'all follow Kemetic science. You do not follow the ancient principles. You do not follow the ancient principles of Kemet. You know why? Because they did not exist, bro. The pharaohs, watch this. The pharaoh could change whatever law he wanted to change. We got evidence of that. Pharaohs changing the law to sleep with somebody else's wife or to take their land. With no reciprocity in that.
All right. Yara, we getting ready to open up. We getting ready to start the show. But before we start the show, I want y'all to listen to this and listen to it good.
The HOK is where legends and stars are born. Sa.neter make people famous. Hebrew Israelites, Muslims, Masons, pastors, ministers, Christians, Jesus Christ lovers, you are all welcome. Just don't come over here crying. This ain't for the faint of heart. If you're looking for a safe space, you're in the wrong place. The HOK is not for the weak. We're forging diamonds here, and that process requires pressure. This is the toughest environment you will ever step into because we demand excellence, not excuses. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen. We don't coddle, we challenge. We don't hold hands, we sharpen iron with iron. This is the proving ground, the ultimate test of your intellectual and spiritual fortitude. Weakness gets exposed and either strengthened or sent packing. There's no middle ground here, no participation trophies. You either rise to the occasion or you get run over. You have to be strong mentally at the house of consciousness. This is a battlefield of ideas, a war of words and wisdom. Your feelings are not facts. Your emotions are not evidence. We deal in logic, reason, and verifiable information. If your mind is brittle, it will shatter. You need to be able to take criticism, to have your entire belief system questioned, and to stand firm on a foundation of knowledge, not just conviction. We are building mental giants, thinkers who can withstand any onslaught of misinformation or dogma. If you're easily offended or your ego gets bruised by a simple question, you won't last a single session. This is mental conditioning at its highest level. It's all about sourcing up. Your opinion means nothing without the proof to back it. Your claims are empty without the receipts. Where did you get your information? Who is the author? What is the context? You must be prepared to trace your knowledge back to its origin. We don't deal in I think or I feel. We deal in the source says. This is about intellectual accountability. Every single point you make must be supported by a credible, verifiable source. This is the fundamental rule of engagement in this house. This discipline separates the masters from the novices, the builders from the babblers. So the name of the game is clear. Source up or shut up.
All right. Musha the third. Listen, man. You either gonna grow up or shut up. It don't matter if it's a Chinese man, white man, Korean man who's over here talking. It don't matter. I'm not a child, bro. I'm not looking at no goddamn color. You do that because you still a kid. You still a child. I move past that. Whatever I like and whatever voice sounds good to me, I will use that in professional. So grow the fuck up. Stop being a little boy. All right, let's go. Elder Yara, you want to set the tone? And is it all right if I bring up War Child or what? Yeah, I want to do this first.
Yeah, this Ausar show. I'm just backing him up. If he wants Zion to come on, then I'm cool with it.
Zion, it's up to you. Or y'all want to do y'all show first before I open it up?
He can come on real quick and say something if he want to say something.
I just want to say, man? How y'all doing, y'all? It's been a while. Shalom. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got something going on. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, stick my foot in the soup, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to support the HOK and Elder Yara, of course, you know what I'm saying, Chasaad, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shalom. I do got a debate coming up with Cedric. You know what I mean? With Paradigm. So keep an eye out for that. But I'll be in the audience. You know
What's the topic? What's the topic?
Oh, is a religion or faith necessary to you? Because a lot of atheists say, atheism is a lack of belief, and that's an oversimplified definition. All human beings actually require a form of faith. And in even within atheism, there are certain social conditions that are very much religious in undertones. Even though they don't believe in a God, they still have faith and a religion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. All right. Chasaad, what's up, man? You ready?
Khan, you can drop him down. He can go back he can go back down. Yeah, so this is we're gonna be doing a debate review on a debate that was just on the HOK. If y'all haven't, go check it out on El versus YAHAWAH, who's the supreme deity of the Bible. Is the God of the Bible 1 or 2, and did God change his name? Already I see some haters already. So this is actually a response. I was gonna lead the debate where it was. I know I won. So this is actually a response. JJ, y'all talking about Ausar ain't got to team up in the chat. First of all, Ausar went on JJ channel with Cedric, JJ, another dude.
I saw that.
King J to talk about the debate and how they won. So I can't respond. So I can't respond.
Yeah, you got a right to respond.
Oh, okay. I'm just making it clear for the people in the chat, right? Oh, you got to team up with Elder Yara. I don't have to. I whooped them on my own. And that's the point of this. We're gonna go over this debate as in the video sa.neter showed previously. This is source up or shut up. This ain't show pictures or shut up. This ain't I can make up anything and keep going or shut up. This is source up and shut up. And we gonna be showing point for point. Ausar didn't source up and he got thrashed on the sources. That's simple. That's simple. So with that, hey man, we can get into it. Elder Yara, if you want to say something real quick.
No, you're absolutely right, Ark. I'm here with you, bro. Because clearly, like I said, I know.
Hey, Yara, I just want to say, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but just be careful because Ausar M. is in the audience. All right, go ahead, Yara.
Man, you keep calling Ausar M. name, man, like he's important, man. He's not, bro.
I told him, JJ, King J, all of them to pull up. I told them all to pull up. I don't care if they in the chat.
Right.
I do not care if they in the chat. Right.
It is what it is. And tell Ausar M. learn how to tell the truth, man. He gets no respect over here on scholarship, bro. None at all whatsoever.
And let me go ahead. You muted, Sa.
So are y'all saying that y'all don't respect the poll, man? Because one day you might look. One day you can win. Hold up. One day you can win on the poll.
Man,
you can win on the poll. If y'all saying y'all don't respect the poll count.
You already know I don't even look in the chat when I debate. I don't care what they say. It means nothing because half of them can't read. Another half, another 45% of them is JJ 7000 troll accounts. In the other 5%, and the other 5%, and the other 5%, and the other 5% follow Kemetic science. So there's no real Kemetic scholars that even exist in this chat. And I'm saying Kemet because of Ausar M. Other than that, man, they don't really want it. Because when you talk about pound for pound, source for source, like that's really all that matters. These guys want you to get in lookership.
Hey, Yara, hold on. I got Dr. Inky want to say something before y'all really get started. Go ahead, Dr. Inky.
I just want to say, winning on the poll is crazy. You definitely got to say pause after that.
That's
I'm just trolling. I love y'all. Peace.
Peace. You right. Yeah, you crazy.
Pause.
Right.
Pause. Shout out to Dr. Inky, man. Shout out to Dr. Inky.
But yeah.
Right.
No. So, we got the haters in the chat. We got the people that just come for information. We got the people that are true scholars that do fact check, and then we got the haters that just gonna go against the Bible anytime that they get a chance to. So that's really what that is right there. So without further ado, and I'm gonna say this before we really get started. I don't got no animosity towards the brother Ausar Khan. Like I said, he did his thing. Good debater. He a liar and he not good with the scholarship, but like I said, good debater. He come with the theatrics, and it's like I said, it's no disrespect. This is a scholarly rebuttal, right? So with that, if you ain't got nothing else, we can get into the sharing screens. All
Let's
right?
go.
Like I said, make sure y'all supporting the brother sa.neter, man. We got another up and coming debate with Inky and Unk. Make sure y'all supporting, getting y'all tickets, man. And throughout the video, throughout the playback, whatever, make sure y'all hitting sa.neter Cash App or dropping the donations in the chat. All right, so we're gonna jump a little bit into the debate.
I almost passed out from a mold reaction in my own basement. My hospital-grade HEPA filter was running.
God shall stand forever. His word will stand, but his name changed for sure did. Negroes in America don't want to be associated with Canaan. That's from Africa. They're ashamed of that. Let's see why it's a problem. Genesis 9:20 through 25. Get your Bibles ready because you're going to go to school tonight. Noah, a man of the soil, proceeded to plant a vineyard. When he drank some of this wine, he became drunk and lay uncovered inside his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, notice how they often. This is Mark S. Smith.
So already, I wanted to skip a little bit. He's already admitting that the Israelites and Canaanites aren't the same people. Off his own slides, he already admitted that, right? But let's get into actually where he starts to actually give you some sources, right? Let's get into this, right? Deuteronomy, going into Psalm 32. Go ahead.
He's the foremost on the subject and the one who does the archaeology.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want everybody to understand what Ausar M. Ka just said, right? Ausar pointed it out just now, but I want the listening audience, the most intelligent chat in the conscious community, I want y'all to understand what he just said. Ausar out of his own mouth. He said, we know that the Canaanites are not the Israelites. That's huge in this debate. And we didn't just hear that today or in the review because Chasaad dealt with that very issue by Ausar's own admission. Now, if this is y'all Kemetic scholar here, if this is y'all scholar that y'all claim and won this debate, then y'all have to stand with him in his information. He clearly says the Canaanites are not the Israelites. Now, unless he wants to offer a retraction of that statement, he's welcome to do so and say, you know what? I made a mistake. And we'll put that in the mistake column and we'll move on. But if he's going to stand on that statement, then we're going to keep going on with this debate. He clearly says the Israelites are not the Canaanites. Move forward. That's important.
All right.
Let's get down further. He says this. He says, from the perspective of this older theology, Yahweh did not belong to the top tier of the pantheon. Now, you're going to take Chasaad's word over Mark Smith's? I don't think so. He ain't even been to Israel. He can't even speak the language. Instead, in early Israel, the God of Israel apparently belonged to the second tier of the pantheon. He was not the presided God, but one of his sons. He don't like that. He want to try to fight back.
Okay, so now we finna deal with the first Smith, the first scholar he brought up, Mark Smith in Deuteronomy in 32, right? So this was all rebutted in the debate. Notice I'm gonna show you, my rebuttals never got rebutted. He just kept going with the same information that got rebutted. That's not how debates work. You actually have to rebut the actual information when the sources get pulled up. So we're going to actually get into the source, same source that we showed earlier in the debate, right? Mark Smith, this is his book. right? The screen should be up and should be sharing. This is Mark Smith's book, God in Translation. This is page 142, right? This is Mark Smith's work, right? This is what it says right here in the book. It says this: despite the possible appearances to the contrary, at least for the scribe of option number 1, the composer did not intend any picture of polytheism with the rendering of verses 8 through 9. This is his whole argument, that the Israelites started off first polytheistic, then switched over to monotheistic or even monolatrism. But your own scholar just admitted out his mouth when writing Deuteronomy 32, the actual author never thought of any polytheistic background or history to Yahawah, right? Let's keep reading. It says this: in fact, he likely thought of El and Elyon simply as two of Yahweh's titles as they are elsewhere in the Bible. I stated this source over 5 times in the debate. Not one time did he ever rebut this. He didn't even rebut the fact that El and Elyon are titles for Yahawah in other places in the Bible. I kept asking him, how is they names and how is the words El and Elyon titles other places in the Bible, but when we get to Deuteronomy 32, it's going to a different deity. It's going to a whole different entity. That makes absolutely no sense. But this is the guy that y'all said won. This is the guy that y'all said brought the scholarship. Are we serious? If Jabari pulled up this person's own scholar and contradicted him with it, y'all would say Jabari won. Y'all won't even listen to the rest of the debate. Jabari finished it. It's over with. Jabari won. We don't even got to listen to the rest of the debate. But I get it. We Israelites. It's the hate for the Bible. So whatever we say, that ain't real sources. That ain't facts. Right? It says this: he saw El and Elyon simply as two of Yahweh's titles as they are elsewhere in the Bible. Notice it's a source right here, 33, meaning we can go into the biblical text and show that El and Elyon are simply titles for the Most High, right? And this is why we went into Genesis 14 and 22, because it actually states that the Most High is the El Elyon in the Bible. But let's keep going. It says, and not as a separate God, El. This whole argument, this whole time, he's been saying El is the one that gave Yahawah his inheritance, when the whole time the Bible itself is saying that Yahawah is the one that gives out the inheritance. And he took Jacob for his portion, right? So this is the first rebuttal. Never got rebutted and never even responded to this. Notice Mark Smith is admitting himself. For me to get that this is talking about the Canaanite god El, I have to go outside the biblical text for that. I have to step away from the actual writing of the Bible to get this conclusion.
Facts.
No response, no rebuttal. He actually just kept going with the same source. He never even responded to that. But one more thing that I wanted to show, because it's another source from the debate that he never responded to. Never responded to, right? Because El is not even called Elyon in the Ugaritic text. This isn't a Marcus saying this. Like he says, we're going to listen to Chasaad or we're going to listen to the scholars. So which one is it? When it comes to me, we're not listening to the scholars no more. We're listening to Ausar God. That's what we're doing, right?
Man, bro. Facts. Hey, I want to say this too. Another key point. This was Ausar source. This is the source he used. Now, why would he only read a top portion of the source and not the entire conclusion? You know why? Because these guys are not honest. They're intellectually dishonest. And they love doing this to the smartest chat in the conscious community. They do this to you guys all the time. And we sit back and we laugh. And so when we say Ausar Imkan, either you're a liar or you're illiterate. You have either poor reading comprehension, or your whole point was to deceive the people that you were presenting in front of. And if that's the case, either one of the two, you should not be teaching in this community. That's just a fact. I don't care nothing about y'all personality worship. I don't care nothing about what paradigm y'all like to believe or don't believe. The facts are the facts. The scholars are the scholars. If we're going to do away with what the scholar says, then we all might as well just pack it up and go home. Facts. These guys care nothing about being honest with the information that they put before you guys. It's just that simple. And for anybody to say that Ausar won this debate simply based on that he had more pictures in his presentation than anything, that tells me that you guys really are not here for information. You're only here really to be entertained. You're not really here to grow. That means you're watching these debates and you're not going back over and listening to them. You're watching these debates and you don't have your pen and paper out. Even Ausar M. with all the foolishness and the lies that he tells throughout his debates, at least we know he put something together to present. That should be respected. But somebody at least take notes to what he's saying. And then you should take notes to what the other guy is saying and go back and compare. But you know what? That's too much like homework for a lot of you guys, especially the JJ 7000s.
So like the brother was saying, this is a Ausar source. This isn't my source. I didn't introduce this into the debate. I pulled the Jabari on him. I went and got his own source telling you. And this is literally what he's saying. For me to get that this is talking about the Canaanite god El, I have to go outside of the context of the Bible. I have to go outside of Deuteronomy 32 because there's no way I can get that conclusion from reading Deuteronomy 32 in the rest of the Bible. It doesn't work that way. Right? So one more source, and then we're gonna get a scripture really quickly, and then we can go on to the next point because he played y'all. He played in y'all face. Y'all should feel disrespected, man. Right?
That's the whole point. They ought to feel disrespected, man.
So this is another scholar, right? This is brought out during the debate. Another scholar, Dr. Michael Heiser, Liberty University, right? This is on the exact scriptures that he keep talking about. This is on the exact scriptures that he keep talking about. Let's go down a little bit, right? Let's go down a little bit because he goes over the Psalms. I noticed he really didn't bring out Psalms. He didn't bring that out at all. He kept harping on Deuteronomy 32. But let's go down to where he talks about Deuteronomy 32, right? Excuse me, just going down a little bit, going down. So right here, I'm gonna make it a little bit better. So I noticed King J kept on talking about what the Dead Sea Scrolls say. We don't disagree that the Dead Sea Scrolls predate the Masoretic text and that the Dead Sea Scrolls will be authoritative. We disagree with the context of what you're trying to apply by using the Dead Sea Scrolls. You think this because it says the sons of God now is talking about a different entity. It's still talking about the same deity it was talking about in all the other verses, YAHAWAH, right? But let's get into this really quickly. Right here, we're reading. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. There was never a rebuttal to this. And actually, we had some crash outs get on after the debate as I showed this source again and yelled, "That's a lie," with no source. We had King J and Rakufu get on here and say that's a lie without a source.
Fans, just fans, man. That's all they are. Fans.
Right? It says this. Third, Ugaritic scholars notice once again, this is a source. This isn't me just picking up something and just read. This is a source done by a scholar. It says third, the Ugaritic scholars have noted that the title Most High, which is Elyon, right? They share this. They share a language family. So the word Elyon is the same, just like the word God is the same in different Semitic cultures. So the word Elyon is the same. The word Elyon, or the shorter version of it, is never used of El in the Ugaritic corpus. Notice once again, there is a source. That means you can scroll down to where 25 is and see the actual source, right? 25, MCA Corpel, a rift of the clouds, Ugaritic and Hebrew descriptions.
Can we get that source back up on the screen?
Yeah, I got you.
I want people to see that. Because most of them not going to read for themselves, but we know that these are for the ones that actually want to elevate their consciousness. We're tired of playing with you guys with this. This is the source that he's bringing out.
So this is Michael Heiser, right? A scholar. This is his work. It says this. Third, Ugaritic scholars have noted that the title Most High, which is the word Elyon, right, is never used of the deity El in the Ugaritic corpus. Meaning this whole time he keeps talking about Elyon, because notice in Deuteronomy it doesn't say Elyon. In one line it says Elyon, which is when it says the Most High gave out inheritance to the other nations. And then at the ending of the verse it says the sons of God, which will be the word El will be the word for God. They don't ever say Elyon in Deuteronomy 32. El, what Ausar keeps trying to put into the text is not there, and he's not even called Elyon in his text.
Facts.
So how can you assert that he's Elyon in the Israelite text when he's not even Elyon in his text?
Poor scholarship.
Right? It says, in point of fact, it is Baal, a second-tier deity who twice receives this title as the ruler of the gods. Once again, it's sourced up. We can go down and see where this information is coming from. Right? 25 and 26. You can go and pull these up. And notice, this is actually the Ugaritic text. It says KTU 1.16, 3.6 through line 8, Wyatt, Ugaritic Storm God 419. This is actually how sources work. For those that don't know, this is actually how sources work. Right? So when we go back to God in translation, where he sourced up and says that these are two of YAHAWAH's titles as they are elsewhere in the Bible, we can go in the Bible and see the sources that El and Elyon are titles for the Most High. How is it in Deuteronomy 32 now is no longer a title for the Most High, who is YAHAWAH? It's no longer referring to him, but now it's referring to a different deity. Completely outside of his context, completely outside of the cultural means. And this is what I kept saying. He does not understand the culture that he's reading about. Because as we're going to keep showing, El in all other Shemitic cultures, whether we go into Akkad, Ebla, Ammonite, Hebrew, it's a generic word for God. It's not the name of a deity. It doesn't point to a specific deity. And I showed this throughout the debate. But y'all weren't paying attention. Y'all was too busy cheerleading. It was too many pom-poms being waved. It was too much nonsense going on. Right? Going back to the debate a little bit.
And please, Ausar MK, if you decide to have the courage to rebut this, challenge the sources. Rebut the sources, because you didn't do it on the last debate. You didn't do it when you went over there to the Little Bitty Guys channel. You didn't do it over there. Debate the sources, because that's what he's reading. The sources. Debate the sources. Debate the sources. You know.
My bad, y'all. Right, that was the ad. You know, we let Sa getting his money. You know what I mean? Make sure Sa getting his views up. Right?
Yeah, no doubt.
So as you were saying, debate the sources. Notice, and this the funny part right here. Notice this the funny part. All the cheerleading going on in the comments, right? And going on, right? Notice, hey, it came mainly from the guy that ran from me, right? That's the funniest part. It came from the guy that ran from me. Right. Let's get into this a little bit. Let's I'm gonna just read a couple comments, because this the challenge. I came with sources. He came with the Houdini trick. Right. I told JJ, I said, give me 5 scholarly sources Ausar gave to refute my argument. He never refuted the Most High as YAHAWAH in Deuteronomy 32, as he is in other places in the Bible. He never refuted El is not called Elyon even in the Ugaritic text. Show me his scholarly source that refuted me. It says this: he never refuted Mark Smith saying Elyon and El are titles for YAHAWAH in the Bible. He never refuted YAHAWAH don't have a wife, which is what we're finna get into next. And he never refuted Exodus 6:3 is a mistranslation. You guys are just out here shaking your pom-poms. And notice, hey, this was 5 days ago. Why he ain't never respond? He responded any other time.
You can't respond to sources. Chat GPT won't give him that.
You're right. I forgot about that part. You're right. So let's deal with this Kunjalit Drew inscription, right? Let's deal with this really quickly. Is this scholarship? This lookership? This is what he's doing right now. This is scholarship. This what we
can the audience hear? I don't know if the audience can hear because I can't hear him anymore.
You can't hear the video?
No, I can't hear it.
Hold on, let me.
Can you hear it, sir?
Nah, I can't hear it either.
Okay,
let me see. Here, I'm gonna stop sharing and then I'm gonna reshare.
Yeah, because really on this Drew, this Pithos jar is really where he dies, and he tells about maybe 15 lies just on this one side alone. He came up and presented that, and he's not even dealing with modern day scholarship when it comes to a lot of this information. These guys are just not serious. They don't really care about what you guys take with you because they believe most of you are not going to take anything away from what they say or what anybody else will say. So they don't really care, but that's not how we operate. We don't do this because we just need to fill up our time. We do this because we want to present information that actually can be used in your studies, your faith. You can actually take and teach to your children. I bet you our sa.neter won't teach this to any of his grandchildren, what he's saying and putting up here. Because if he is, that's diabolical. I wouldn't dare teach my son something, a lie I conjured up.
Sa, whenever you can, my screen should be back up to share. It should be back up to share. But yeah, and look, it's crazy. They still hating. So it ain't. I ain't beat him when he went and did a video with JJ, King J, Cedric. That ain't he triggered. He not triggered for that. But I respond to their debate review and I'm triggered.
Right.
Nah. I see. It's the Israelite hate. It's the Bible hate. It's cool though because look, we showing how y'all didn't pay attention to the debate. We showing how y'all just cheerleading for us for the comedic guy, right?
And that's not a sign of intelligence. It's not a sign of intelligence.
All right. So I'm finna play it. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear it.
Wait, and Asherah as a couple.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Look at them, booed up. She got the breasts. He does not, and you can see he got phallus out. This is Yahweh's wife. Okay. You can see the difference between the two. And here's another female deity in the back. Israel was polytheistic when it first began.
This what y'all call scholarship? He looking at a picture. This is scholarship. No scholarly source to break down the images. No scholarly source to help back up that the images depict YAHAWAH. None of that. This lookership is what we call scholarship. Just making sure. Because, hey, Sa gonna have to change the name. He gonna have to change the slogan from source up or shut up to show pictures or shut up. Because that's what y'all accepting. What y'all accepting.
Facts.
For those who don't know. Let's go further. When you get to some of these jars and some of these inscriptions, you'll see things like this. Look at Yahweh and Asherah booed up. It says, say, Amariah, Meril, my Lord, is all well with you? I bless you to Yahweh, or Timon, and to his Asherah. May he bless you and protect you, and may he be with my Lord.
Right. So you see what he's positing is this image is YAHAWAH in Asherah, and that the inscription is talking about YAHAWAH and a female deity named Asherah are married. So I know y'all sick of the sources. Y'all don't really like sources. So I'm gonna play a video. Maybe that might help y'all out a little bit because I know y'all don't like sources, right? So I'm gonna play a video from Dr. David A. Falk, PhD in Egyptology, also has degrees in archaeology, biblical studies, and theology. Right? This is a video that
real quick. That's a great source you're about to play. But if you mind, let's go back to the previous slides you had. Because before you play David Falk, I want them to see that you actually understand. So you can show them what you understand versus what Ausar actually claims he understood about what he was looking at on the Pithos jar.
Oh, you want me to grab the scholarly article from?
Go back
Okay.
to the actual slide that you were showing before.
I want y'all to know, ain't nothing get added. This is the same exact debate. This is my same exact presentation. Ain't doing nothing. I'm just going back over it, right? So this is the actual. This here is the actual that I'm showing right here. This here is the actual scholarly source that I showed during the debate. YAHAWAH and his Asherah, the goddess or her symbol, J.A. Emerton, Cambridge University, right? This is the actual artifact. I mean, not artifact, the actual scholar that I showed in the debate, right? And what he does is he actually goes into the not only the inscription, the Hebrew, and breaks it down that it doesn't even says his wife Asherah. That's a misinterpretation. Right. He also goes into the images themselves aren't even drawn by the same hand as the person that drew that wrote in YAHAWAH and his Asherah. It's two different people drawn on the artifact.
Right, at two different time periods, at two different points of time. And that's what they don't understand about that source, right? What you have is that on this Pithos jar, like Chasaad says, it doesn't say Yahweh and his wife Asherah. The word wife is not there. It just says Asherah. And what we know what an Asherah is, it's like a rabbit's foot, so to speak. Right? Just so y'all can get some a modern day concept of what this is. It's like a rabbit's foot. They would carry an Asherah around, right? And that's why sometimes you find them, they would be sizes where you could wear it around your neck, or you can put the Asherah in the palm of your hand, or put it in a pocket or a purse or something like that. It was like a lucky rabbit's foot, just to give y'all some context of what we're talking about when it says Yahweh and his Asherah. It never says Yahweh and his wife Asherah. All that's interpolated, all that's placed into this by people who don't actually read the sources. That stuff is made up by these guys. So anytime you read anything, say, Yahweh had a wife. Where? What source says that?
Exactly. And this is the only source that they're going to go to, and they're not even interpreting it correctly. And I see, look, Napa says, why this is an archaeological source. It is actually a primary source. Why is Yahweh letting Chasaad speak ignorantly about that picture? You just missed the whole point.
Yeah, go back to the picture so I can teach Sister Napa something real quick. She can take a lesson too. Go back to that actual picture, and I'm going to show her what the actual scholars say and how they break it down. Go back to that picture. That's a great question. I appreciate her for that question. Right? Because people don't understand exactly what the scholarship actually says. Because number one, on that Pithos jar, we know for a fact, according to the sources, according to the scholars, that the inscription that's written on there where it says Yahweh and his Asherah, and those drawings were placed on that jar at two different times. So it's not by the same person, right? It's not by the same person. Now, what we see, go to the person that's playing the lyre of the harp, that image that's playing the lyre of the harp right there. Right.
I'll just try to make it bigger because I'm actually on the debate screen. So
okay, that's fine. That's perfect. That's perfect. So if you see that person that's sitting and like that's playing the harp, scholars already know that is Bes. That's Bes, the Egyptian god Bes. That's who that is, right? And these two images that you see here, right? One is not a man and another is not a female. These are actual, one's a male, a full male, and one's actually a son or a boy. This is what the scholars have said about these two images. And what you see, right, if you actually look at these images, you'll see one that's protruding in the front has a phallus that's hanging down. He has the three like plume feathers on his head, right? Or we would see like what the Pelachet would have, but we know that these would be what they would call like the pygmies, right, or the best deities, right? So if you look at certain images, right, of those who worship the god best, you would see these pygmy figures.
Is it an archaeological source, Yara? Is it a primary source, Yara?
That's a primary source right there.
Okay, that's what the pause is.
Yeah, that's the primary source right there.
We're not saying that it's not a primary source. We're saying the conclusion he's drawing from just looking at it is incorrect. The scholars don't. The scholars, first of all, the scholars admit that the drawing that Ausar is harping on has nothing to do with the actual inscription.
Facts.
The writing that's written has nothing to do with the drawing underneath it.
Right. The drawing is not a drawing of Yahweh or Asherah. Those are Egyptian goddesses and people that you see there. So we know it was the scholars say they were drawn at two different. The drawing was placed on the jar at one time, and the inscription was placed on another time. Now, which one came first, we don't know, but they are there, right? And I know exactly what a primary is, Nepal. You can't argue this. The primary is the actual jar we're looking at. That's the primary. And according to the primary source, that's not, and according to the scholars, the consensus of scholarship says that that is not a drawing of Yahweh and Asherah.
Thank you. And that was Ausar's point of showing the drawing. He wasn't showing the drawing to say, yeah, look at this drawing is on here. No, he's saying this is YAHAWAH with the penis out, and this is not YAHAWAH, this is Asherah. That's his point of showing the drawing. If you're gonna listen clearly and actually listen to what we're saying, like you're not even actually listening right now, right? So we're gonna get it into the scholarly source, but I know they actually tie the sources. So I'm gonna play a video, maybe that'll help get it through their heads a little bit better. Right, so as I stated before, this source is from Dr. David A. Falk, PhD in Egyptology. He also has degrees in archaeology, biblical studies, and theology. Right? I'm gonna pull the video back just a little bit.
I don't hear it if he's talking. I don't hear it.
Okay, you said you couldn't hear it. I'm gonna reshare it. It should be sharing right now. Are you able to hear it now? You able to hear it now?
I don't hear anything. Hit the play button. No sound.
No sound.
No sound? Okay.
It's a very
How about now?
Now we can hear it.
Okay.
Fragmentary ostraca. And what you have is two figures. And then you have way off in sort of disconnected to that, the inscription Yahweh and his Asherah. Now, several liberal scholars have basically said...
You said something, Yara?
Yeah. He just clearly said that the drawings and the inscription are disconnected. Means they have nothing to do with each other. The inscription and the drawings have nothing to do with each other. Let him finish. Keep playing.
That this is a portrayal of Yahweh and his wife Asherah. Well, there are some problems with that interpretation. The first problem with that interpretation is that, first of all, we don't know if Yahweh and his Asherah is actually connected to the figures that are shown, say, extremely offset to the inscription. The second is a grammatical problem. If Asherah is supposed to be the name of Yahweh's wife, you wouldn't find it written his Asherah. You would find it Yahweh and Asherah. My sense is that what's being shown here is Yahweh and an Asherah pole. It's a very...
Right. So as the scholar just said, it's showing YAHAWAH, the actual Israelite deity, and Asherah pole. That's what the inscription means. We're gonna go into the scholarly article. We're gonna go into the scholarly article that breaks down the actual writing on the primary artifact, right? But the point was, because I'm gonna go back to Ausar speaking again, because people ain't listening very well. We're gonna go back to Ausar speaking and listen to what he say.
As a couple, look at them, booed up. She got the.
You see, he said, look at them, booed up. He's implying that the drawing has something to do with the actual inscription.
Right.
Stop trying to defend this, Napa. Stop trying to defend this.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
He's showing pictures, I'm showing sources. Stop trying to defend
the
this.
breast. He does not, and you can see he got phallus out. This is Yahweh's wife.
See, this is what he's talking about. Come on, we gotta stop trying to defend the nonsense. The scholars are telling you that the drawing has nothing to do with Asherah and YAHAWAH whatsoever. In fact, it's most likely best the Egyptian god. That's y'all freaky god. That's y'all freaky god. Right. So this is a scholarly article. This is the scholarly article that I brought out during the debate. Right, because I don't show pictures and I don't just play videos. We read the material of the scholars. And notice I'm gonna play Ausar's response to me reading the article. He said you can't step away from the article. What? We're supposed to be stepping away from scholarship and just making up stuff and showing pictures? That's what we're doing? Is this source up or shut up? Or is this show pictures or shut up?
Exactly. Now they don't want you to argue. Now they don't want you to bring out the sources. Now they don't want to discuss sources. They want to show you pictures. They want to show flashcards. What's wrong with you Negroes, man?
Right.
Now we gonna read the sources anymore? If this is a who can lie the best test, then y'all got it hands down.
So we already heard one scholar say it. So now let's actually get into the scholarly article, right? It says this: I bless or have blessed you by YAHAWAH of Samaria and by his Asherah on Pithos A from Kunjalan Adrud, right? So he's actually this right here. He said I didn't show a primary. This is actually the primary. This is actually what's written on the jar itself. I don't have to show the jar because my source is actually got the primary in it. What is you talking about? I didn't show a source. This is the primary source with the scholarly article in it.
Right.
It says are related to a drawing immediately below. Indeed, the inscription and the drawing overlap. For example, see Halley 2112 and Eulinger 147. The picture shows two standing figures resembling the minor Egyptian god Bes and a seated figure thought by some to be female, but by Hadley to be probably male. So he's talking about this YAHWAH and Asherah. He's the scholars are saying these most likely not even a female and the dude. It's probably another guy. What is you talking about?
Exactly.
It says Julius suggested that the picture illustrates the inscription that the two of the figures are YAHWAH and the goddess Asherah. Julia has been followed by other scholars in relating the drawing to the inscription, though opinions have differed about the identification. Some believe that the two standing figures represent YAHWAH and Asherah, as he has said. It says, who thinks that although Asherah was a wooden cult object, the drawing represents the personification of a cult object as a goddess. And you can see right here, Schmidt, it says, on the other hand, Deaver, especially in page 225, has argued that the lyre player is Asherah. So they don't even know which entity, which picture, the people that says that the picture and the drawing are connected, they don't even know which image and which person is supposed to be Asherah. They saying, oh, this person in the back is Asherah. No. The person right here is Asherah. They don't even know. Why? Because the drawing has actually nothing to do with the inscription itself. It says this. It says this. However, even if it does not, it might be argued that the drawing includes a male and a female deity, that they may represent YAHWAH and Asherah. The subject has been much discussed in detail, particularly well by Hadley in page 188 to 207. The reference to the work of Beck and other scholars, and Eulinger 142 through 6, Fervale 869 through 76. There is no need to repeat here the various arguments that have been advanced, and it will suffice to say good reason have been given to question whether either of the best like figures, like the one which may in case be a later addition, represents YAHAWAH or Asher, or whether the lyre player represents Asher, or whether the drawing was intended to illustrate the inscription in which it overlaps at one point, right? So we're going to go down just a little bit. It says this: I shall comment on only one aspect of Schmidt's presentation of the case for the view that the drawing is related to the inscription and represents YAHAWAH and Asherah. I draw upon redaction criticism as an appropriate analogy when I suggest that for the final redactor of the scene on Pithos A, the confluence of figures and inscription may have in fact conveyed a significant unified field of meaning. Assuming that the parts comprising the final scene are related to a single unit, it is difficult to avoid the conclusion that by recording the inscription, someone consciously sought to interpret the drawing as a depiction of Yahweh and his Asherah. Notice it says, by the final redactor, Schmidt appears to mean the person responsible for the recording of the inscription. As an ex-hypothesis, the drawing was present on the pithos before the inscription was added.
Facts.
Since the author of the inscription was the final redactor of the scene, the word scene includes both figures and inscription. It is not clear who was intended to be the person who was assuming that the parts comprising the final scene are a single unit. If it is the final redactor who makes the assumption, then Schmidt's work are a statement of the obvious, since of the course the redactor assumed a unity, which is ex hypothesis, he had himself created. Right? But I'm gonna go down and read a little bit more. It says this. It says this. I'm going to scroll up just a little bit. It says this. The further support to which Schmidt refers is the evidence for the overlapping of an inscription and an icon or statue, the portrayal of best-like figures as smaller and standing behind the other, the case of holding that the one figure is male and the other is female, and the fluidity in the representation of the figure of best. However, evidence elsewhere for overlapping can show at most only that it is not fatal to theories of a unity between an inscription and a drawing. The rest of the further support is open to question, but I need not to go into the subject because of discussion by other scholars to whom I refer above. There seems insufficient reason to suppose that there is a connection between the inscription and the drawings, as Ausar MK has tried to portray.
Facts.
Right? It says this. That does not exclude the possibility that the latter are representations of YAHAWAH and Asherah, but the identification would need to be justified on iconographical grounds. I have maintained above, however, that the ground suggests so far short of a good case. We must now turn to the other arguments, believing that the inscription refers to Yahweh and his Asherah. Right? So he just went. There's several scholars that's already said that this does not, the drawing has nothing to do with Yahweh and Asherah, right? But he's literally telling you that it's a later redaction, right? It's drawn over it. It has nothing to do with each other. But let's get into the second argument, right? It says, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says the second argument advanced by those that hold Asherah refers to Asherah is not a positive argument in favor of such an understanding, but rather an attempt to meet an objection that has been raised. The objection is that Asherah is a proper noun and that such nouns are determinatives in themselves, right? So they're literally trying to assert that when it's referring to Asherah, it's referring to a proper noun. But now we're finna get into the Hebrew that's on the inscription and shows that it's not even referring to an actual entity named Asherah, but it's referring to the deity itself. I mean, to the Asherah pole itself. It says this. The point was made by Lemaire in 1977 on page 607. In this discussion of Asherah and the Kerbi El Kom inscription, and I made the same point in my article of 1982. I noted to the contrary view of Driver, who gives examples from Akkadian, Ugaritic, Arabic, and Ethiopic to support his claim that the proper names may have taken pronominal suffixes. However, I questioned his claim that a few examples are to be found in the Old Testament. I granted that we should perhaps hesitate to be dogmatic in stating that what was not possible in Hebrew, and we must be prepared to modify our opinions in the light of new evidence, right? So he's telling you we're not just going to say something because we don't have the evidence of it. If something comes out and it shows evidence, then we change to it, right? It says this. I granted that we should, I already read that. It says this, but I went on to say, but I went on to say that the use of a suffix with the personal name is not in accordance with Hebrew idiom as far as we know it. And it is unwise to interpret the newly found inscription in such a way unless there is no satisfactory alternative. And however we understand Asherah refers to his Asherah, notice it's a lowercase word because it's not referring to the deity. No conflict arises with a tested Hebrew idiom, meaning referring to it as the Asherah pole is documented in Hebrew idioms. You referring to it as YAHAWAH and his wife Asherah is not documented in Hebrew idioms. You have to make something up to get that conclusion.
Thanks.
It says this. Further, if the writer of the inscription had intended to refer to YAHAWAH and his Asherah, notice it's bit case now because it's referring to the actual deity Asherah. It says this, in the sense of Yahweh and his consort Asherah, it would have been possible to do so in a way that corresponds with Hebrew idioms as attested in the Old Testament. Meaning if they wanted to say his wife Asherah, guess what? They had the ability to do so because it's already attested to in the Hebrew Bible. It's already attested to in the Hebrew language. They purposefully didn't say his wife Asherah because it's not talking about him being married to another deity.
Right. And that's exactly what Falk was saying in this video when he breaks this down, the scholar video you just showed. That's exactly what he's talking about.
So now look, he gives you the examples, right? It says this, if they wanted, it says the writer could have attached a pronominal suffix to a noun denoting the relationship as I pointed out in page 15. He could have simply written is this to YAHAWAH and his wife Asherah. Thus in Genesis, I believe it's 12:5, it says Abraham and his wife Sarah. Right. And it also he gives you other examples. Genesis 12 and I believe verse 11, Genesis 20 and 14, 1 Samuel, I believe this is supposed to be 1 and 19. Right. He's giving you the examples. If they wanted to say his wife Asherah, they have the Hebrew to do it as they do in the Bible. Correct. Why they didn't just do it here if that was supposed to refer to his wife?
Correct. Simple.
Right. And there's a couple arguments else in here, like that we can go into. Like, why is Asherah not the one blessing? If that's supposed to be the deity, why is only one deity doing the blessing? There's different arguments that's in this article that shows it's not talking about the actual deity Asherah, right? So now let's actually listen to Ausar's response to this. Yeah, like I almost laughed when he said you in the scholarly article. So we not in the scholarly articles no more. We're not in the scholarly articles no more. We're just showing and showing pictures and making stuff up. Right? That's what we're doing. Right? I was always taught this the HOK. We source up or shut up. Right? So this is Ausar's response actually to me showing the actual scholarly sources that refuted his claim. Y'all should see the screen. This is the actual article that I read from in the debate. This isn't a new article. I'm not pulling up new information. This is the same presentation I had in the debate.
Right. Exactly.
Y'all can hear the video.
I think so. Try to play it again.
Can I ask a question? I'm not going to really try to interrupt your presentation, but you said my name a couple times. Peace to everybody.
You are interrupting though, sis. You are.
Yeah, no, I'm not, because you said my name. Don't get hurt. Don't get scared now.
You are interrupting though.
Okay, are you scared?
I'm not scared.
I haven't even asked a question yet.
But you're interrupting. You came on and said you didn't mean to interrupt, and now you're interrupting.
I just told him let him ask the question. Let you ask the question.
There you go. He told you to let me ask. Good job.
But no,
So,
see now you really not
question
gonna ask the
is-
question because now you are talking to me like I'm.
It's just one question. You're talking big and bad. Just hold on. Let me ask a question.
Where is sa.neter at?
Can you answer why the name YAHAWAH was worshipped 500 years before the Israelites ever got a hold of it by Midianites and Edomites? 500 years.
Where is sa.neter at?
Oh, where's sa.neter? I'm scared. Don't say my name because you don't want me up here. Because y'all don't know he can't handle me on this.
Interrupting.
Okay, I'm going to leave, but you were running your soup coolers. You were running your soup coolers about how we don't source up and how I can't do this.
If you want the smoke, just come on.
My God, I'm the original one that had to smoke with you on this.
If you want the smoke, just come pull up after I'm done. That's it.
Okay, I will. Work on that, YAHAWAH. Start Googling and find out how you can answer that question. I'll be back.
I already squashed you on the Chasaad, so you can fall back now. Appreciate you.
I mean, that's nothing to Google.
I already squashed you on the Chasaad. Appreciate you. Thank you. Now back to my presentation as we was showing that Ausar didn't source up, right? Can y'all hear the audio?
I can't hear it. Hit the play button.
No, I'm gonna just go back.
Okay.
Sometimes it gotta reshare. So that's all. Is my screen up and sharing? It's not sharing. Where's Sa go?
Yeah, wait till Sa come back. There he is.
Where you go, Sa?
So I wanted to get him something to eat.
Yeah, don't worry about that. You just keep going, man. You got to keep going.
You didn't have Nepal come in, interrupt the dialogue, our presentation, and everything.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, where you
she gonna come back on the end.
like you disappear and you just like, yeah, don't worry about why I go. Nah, man.
She gonna come back. She gonna come back. Because actually I would like to address her question though. But she can come back on the end.
Yeah, so you know it get crazy when you step away.
Fire, huh? She was bringing that smoke and fire, huh?
She was interrupting. That's what she was doing.
It's an easy question though to answer.
Yeah, which a question that I already answered last time that we talked.
They saying in the chat you were screaming for help. Help, Sa.
No, he was just wanting to say his thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, nobody screaming for help. You just like come back because that takes him off his topic.
Exactly.
Topic.
All right. Well, you sharing your screen.
So is my screen?
Y'all can hear the audio, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So this is his response to actually the sources. This is actually his response.
Is my screen sharing?
Screen sharing, brother.
Okay. This is best. This is the God of Egypt.
Notice, so can't lie. This is his response. So where's the sources at? Let's listen.
See the panther on his chest? You generally won't see him without that. You know why? Because he would be equivalent to an ancient Egyptian priest. And let's go back to his God. Where you see the panther on his chest? He taller than his God. He even got the same haircut.
Notice he said, let's go back to your God, and he goes back to the picture. No sources. Where's the source? And this is what I mean by this is showing pictures or shut up. Because there's no sources here. Put down the pom-poms. Stop doing the little cheerleading dances and actually deal with sources, bro.
Right. And actually, let me say this real quick. Here's the lie. Because what he did was he tried to make it so that anytime you see an image of Bess, that little short, fat, pygmy looking thing, right? You'll see it more often drawn as you see it on his Pithos jar. Then you see it with the actual leopard sash across the chest as he tries to make it seem that that's the only way it's ever depicted. That in itself is a lie. And it's easy to show you that. If you pull up any image of Bess, you'll see that it clearly resembles what we see on this Pithos jar, right? He's trying to make it seem as though that's the only depiction. This is what I'm saying. These guys are intellectually dishonest. They're liars, or they just have poor reading comprehension. There's only one of the two. It's only one of the two. Go ahead, bro. You got it.
Yeah, so let's finish listening to this rebuttal. If you call this a rebuttal, let's finish listening.
I never seen nobody try to stand on a lie so tough in my life.
So the scholar is lying. Is the scholar lying? So J.A. Emerton, J.A. Emerton of Cambridge, he's lying. So Ausar is telling the truth. Dr. David A. Falk is lying. Are we believing Ausar or are we believing the sources? Come on now, stop playing. Stop playing. Let's finish listening. This your God El. I thought it was YAHAWAH at first. First it was YAHAWAH, now it's El. You don't know who it is.
You don't know, man.
Once again, he's only referring to the picture. He's only referring to the picture. And this is also how we know he don't really read the Bible. He don't actually know what's going on. Because do not the objects that the people worship, do not they refer to them as the actual name of the God?
Right.
In the Bible? Right? So what people don't understand, I'm gonna share this screen really quickly. The objects that the people worship, they actually refer to them by the name of their God, right? And we see it here in Exodus 34 and 13, right? Exodus 34 and 13. It says this: but ye shall destroy their altars, break their images, and cut down their groves. What is the word for their groves? Who does that refer to? Who does that refer to? Asherah. The actual image that they refer to, which is the grove. The grove is the tree-like image that they carved and worshiped Asherah from. The actual image that the people worship, they refer to it as the name of the God. It's referred to as Asherah. Every time you be seeing the groves and stuff, which is the images the Canaanites and stuff worship, it's actually the name of the goddess. This is how we know he don't know nothing about the Bible or the biblical Hebrew. All right, let's get back to this. This is what you call a response, a rebuttal. What? What? Is we really listening to this? So I'm reading the scholar. Huh?
We ain't hear nothing just now.
Okay, hold on. So y'all able to hear the audio, right? Y'all able to hear the audio? Y'all still can't hear it?
No.
No, I can't hear it.
Y'all hear it now?
Nope.
Y'all didn't hear it playing? Dang.
No.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna share my whole screen instead of just going back and forth. I'm gonna share the whole screen so y'all can hear it. All right, you just gotta share my screen, so that's all. Okay. So this y'all should be able to hear it now. Y'all hear the audio, right?
No, I don't hear it, bro.
Dang, what is this? Oh.
Going to the chapel. This is Meshel 3.6. This dude is what he's doing is reading a scholarly paper,
We hear it.
and he has no actual sources to show. So he's dead in the water.
Did y'all just hear that? I'm reading a scholarly source, but I don't have no actual sources. I don't have no primary to show. First of all, this just goofiness at its finest.
Right.
In the scholarly source, it has the primary. It has the actual inscription in the source, so we can read it and see what it says, which is what he's arguing about. The inscription it says itself does not say his wife Asherah. That's the whole point. He has the primary in the article. You're showing pictures. You're not showing the source to back your argument. You're just showing a picture. See, look, this is them walking to the chapel. This is them booed up. That's not scholarship. That's not a rebuttal. That's not how you respond scholarly. If I show a source that says the pictures in the writing has nothing to do with each other, you have to show a source that backs that claim. You can't just keep saying I showed the picture. That's not scholarship.
This is L. This is his wife. And that's why I say it, right? This is the text on that vase. Where's your primary resource? You don't have any. You're talking.
Once again, he's talking about what's on the vase. What's on the vase is in the scholarly article. You're not showing you're not showing a scholar to back up your claim, which is what I mean by you did not rebuttal me. You didn't respond. Let's keep going.
Let's go to a different scholar since he didn't like that one. But first, we're going to get into these L's because you're about to take this L, right? El and Yahweh, these are two separate gods. El was known as the father of the gods in the Canaanite pantheon. El was associated with fertility, agriculture, in the natural world. He was also seen as the protector of the weak and the judge of the righteous. El was revered as the supreme deity in the Canaanite pantheon. He just told us he wasn't. With other gods.
Never said that. Never once said that. He said in the Canaanite pantheon. Is this the Canaanite pantheon or is this the Israelite culture and pantheon? Which one is we arguing about? The debate is not on the Canaanite pantheon. The debate is who is the supreme deity of the Bible.
And listen, let me say this real quick. Right. And let me say this real quick in regards to that, right? To this pantheon question. At the very beginning, you played the clip of Ausar saying Canaanites are not Israelites, right?
Exactly.
So if Canaanites are not Israelites, then the Canaanite pantheon you cannot associate with Israelites.
Exactly.
So what is the Israelite pantheon? There is none. There is none.
Matter of fact, let's come back.
So when you
go ahead.
It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous for him to continue to make this argument. This is why I say he died in the opening of his presentation. The moment he says Canaanites and Israelites are not the same, then how are you arguing that the Israelite God is part of the Canaanite pantheon. What he doesn't also understand is that there are at least 3 separate Canaanite pantheons that come at 3 different points of time in history. The very last one we know comes very much later, after the Torah is written, after we see Israelites in the Levant region. The last Canaanite pantheon deity begins to suggest that there now Yahweh is a part of a Canaanite pantheon because they are all living in the land. Not that he was an original son of El. They don't know what they're reading. They have no evidence what they're reading. It's just very bad and poor scholarship. He said it right out the bat. Israelites are not Canaanites. So how are you saying that the Israelites are have a Canaanite are among the Canaanite pantheon, or the God that they worship is among the Canaanite pantheon? It's 2 separate ones. Israelites do not have a pantheon. Show me an Israelite pantheon.
Was you finished, Elder?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Khan. So far, he didn't rebut none on the Yahweh and his Asherah. Didn't rebut any of that. Didn't rebut Deuteronomy 32. He didn't rebut so far that Elyon and El doesn't even appear in the same context in the Ugaritic pantheon. He hasn't rebut any of that information yet. He's not ever going to, but yet Ausar won. Make that make sense.
This name was fulfilled by Jesus in the following scriptures. Let's read it. Ephesians.
And then this whole second round, he started talking about some Jesus and Christianity, which has nothing to do with the debate whatsoever. The whole second round had nothing to do with the debate at all.
It's 1921. And what is the exceeding greatness of his power towards us who believe, according to the working of his mighty power, which he worked in who? In Christ, when he raised him from the dead and set him at his right hand in the heavenly places.
And you want to know the crazy thing? He up here talking about Christianity. When we set up the debate, he the one that was crying about, no, that's a Christian argument. And he the one that brought up Christianity.
Right. You got to understand that's how Ausar MK sets up debates, right? He's going to lie about what he's not going to say whole time. He's going to lie about
I don't care if he brought up Christianity. It's the point he was crying, that's a Christian argument. I don't care about that. And then you brought up a Christian argument.
He knew the whole time he was going to use a Christian argument. He knew the whole time he was going to use a Christian argument.
Like, this ain't Christianity.
It's just a fluff to throw you off. That's why I said it ain't at all.
But Khan, I'm gonna finish this part up.
All principality and power and might and dominion and every name that is named, not only in this world, but also in that which is to come. Who is the judge, y'all? When you open your book, who judges you? Is it Yahweh or Jesus? It's gonna be Jesus. We know that. For such a high priest became us, who is holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners, and made higher than the heavens. Don't you know who he is? You want some more? He is the radiance of the glory of God and the exact imprint of his nature, and he upholds the universe by the word of his power. After making purification for sins, he sat down at the right hand of the majesty on high. Jesus sat next to El. Not your little local God Yahweh. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each one may receive what is due for what he has done in the body, whether good or evil. We're going to get back to that in a minute. But let me break this down. See, for example, in Arabic, the word for God is Allah or Ilah, but the conceptions of God differ greatly among the Christians, Muslims, and even Jews who have historically used the Arabic language. So etymology is useful when you talk about El. The names we give God are always taken from naturally developing human languages. When the inspired authors of sacred scriptures use names for God, they did the same. So the names El and Yah were different gods. in earlier religious understanding of the people, whether the Hebrews or the other peoples of Mesopotamian origins and beyond.
Lie right there. El in other cultures, not the Canaanite, not the Ugaritic pantheon, in other cultures, El isn't a deity. And we showed that several times in the debate. We went to Akkad, where El isn't a deity. We went to Assyria, where El isn't a deity. We went to the Amorite, which is a group of Canaanites. El isn't a deity. And in Hebrew, El isn't a deity. And the Ammonites, El isn't a deity. He just lied. And second of all, where is the source for this? Where is this coming from? What is the source for this? Is this a biblical theologian? Is this a linguist? Who sources this?
So when he get on here with this fluff, because he's reading from a scholar's paper, and
oh my God, the fluff from reading from a scholar's paper. The fluff, that's what we call scholarly work. We call it.
Hey, yo, sa.neter, you gotta, hey, bro, sa.neter, you gotta hear that, bro. I know you heard him just say that the scholarly source was fluff, bro. Come on,
fluff
man.
From the scholarly sources, but he can sit here and show images and show pictures.
Here now, man. Not a scholarship.
Oh man,
it's fluff now.
And this who y'all said won. This who y'all said won. Come on, man, y'all gotta stop playing.
Y'all can't do this, bro.
Oh my God, let's finish out this round because I really want to hear him say. I really want to hear the part where he said YAHAWAH wasn't a deity to the Second Temple period. I want to hear that part because we completely buried him on that, and y'all ain't even say nothing. Let's finish.
Can't deviate from the paper. We got several scholars, and we got the real breakdown.
We got several scholars and didn't show one. We got several scholars and didn't show one. That's crazy. That's yeah, man. You ever hear that tough guy? Yeah, I got plenty of guns and Where they at? Right. Hey, we got them. They around? Nah, bro. You who's really full of the fluff? Ausar Khan.
He's horrible, man.
Because we know where they lived and all of that. And it ain't the same locations. Let's go further. Matter of fact, let's come back here.
The HOK is where legends and stars are born.
With sprays by Hims, you can regain your hair and your confidence.
My bad. Was you playing something, Sal?
The HOK is where legends and stars are born. Sa.neter make people famous. Hebrew Israelites, Muslims, Masons, pastors, ministers, Christians, Jesus Christ lovers, you are all welcome. Just don't come over here crying.
God. Hey, we finna get back into this. I really want to hear him say Yahweh wasn't one around to the Second Temple period, which is a JJ argument. You probably got that from JJ.
Because we ain't finished with this. Galatians, I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. Christ is the Son of El. In the beginning was the world, and the world was with God, and the Word was God. So God and the Word and El and Jesus, and as we say,
he just making stuff up. The Word, the God, the El, the Jesus. He just making stuff up.
So, hey, man, at this point, man, he's a liar, yo.
No, this is funny.
He made that up, bro.
He's making stuff up as he go. Well, let's finish it out.
Who? Emmanuel are the same. Why? Because God is with me. That's what Emmanuel means. Not Yeshua. I am that I am. YAHAWAH.
Yeshua, I am that I am. What is he talking about?
Hey, listen to what he said, though, man. He said, Emmanuel means God with us. That's what it means. Yeah, El means God. That's what we keep saying. It's a misnomer.
Oh, my goodness.
That's just a portion of whose name? It's one of L's epithets. John 14:6, Jesus said to him, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. What is he talking about? Chasaad, you're done tonight, baby. You're done. The divine names El, Yahweh, and Elohim, and Yeshua, if y'all allow me to finish this. In the Hebrew Bible, there are numerous terms referring to the same God, including Yahweh, El, Elohim, which are the most commonly used.
Did y'all just not hear them say they all referring to the same God?
Come on, man. Come on,
they
man.
all referring to the same God.
Come on, man. We ain't got. Come on, man.
The Lord, Elohim, and El are all referring to the same God, but you making it refer to two different gods.
Man, come on now.
Man, you making it up as you go, and you contradicting yourself as you go.
Every time, bro.
When translated into English, the Hebrew word for God, Elohim, is translated as God. In some English translations of the Bible, Yahweh is commonly referred to as Jehovah. In some places, while the Lord is used in others, in some cases, Adonai, as translated as Lords. That means Jesus is God.
Then at the end, just throw that in there. That means Jesus is God, bro. What is you talking? Let me just throw that in there.
Serious, man. He cannot be this. He cannot be serious, man. He cannot be serious. I keep telling y'all, man. This is come on, man. He should not be allowed to teach, bro. Like, do a boxing course or something, man. Do a battle rap course or something. But don't come up here with this, bro. You out your league, bro. You out your league, bro.
Yeah, and then so in this round, I didn't have the exact sound, but I'm gonna find it. But in this exact round, he said that YAHAWAH wasn't even worshipped to the Second Temple period. He said that in his debate. Mm-hmm. No one ever noticed that we brought out the Moabite stela, which the Moabites is telling you who the God of Israel is. They say it's YAHAWAH. We brought out the silver scrolls. We brought out several ostracon, right? And we brought out the curse tablet, right? All showing that before the Second Temple period, YAHAWAH was worshipped as a supreme deity. No one took away points for that. No one did nothing. He could just make stuff up and go because he's the Egyptian guy. We just want him.
Damn. Oh man, this is a good debate. This should have been a money debate right here. Vote for you.
Right. So hands of the Israelites themselves. This is my response. This is actually all of the these are all the sources that we went into. They're still here in my presentation. We went through the Rad Ostracon.
Interested in mushrooms?
We went through the Rad Ostracon. We went through the Moabite stela. We went through the curse tablet, right? We went through all the primary sources that say it says this in letter number 4 in the Bible. And we all established that it was YAHAWAH, right? But I want to get into something really quick on the curse tablet. Because I know the brother Elder Yara, me and him both asked them the same question, and none of them ever responded, right? So let's get into this curse tablet really quickly. I'm going to share this screen instead. Because as I pointed out in the debate, according to scholarship, YAHAWAH was merged with El in the 8th century. That's what the time they give it for, when YAHAWAH and El were merged together, right? This curse tablet predates that by at minimum 400 years. At minimum 400 years. So let's go down and read this a little bit. So this is about the curse tablet, the Mount Ebal curse tablet that they found, right? And I brought this out during the debate, but, you know, who cares? No one cares, right? It ain't about the information. Right? So they did X-ray scans to get the text from out of there, right? And this is what the text says, right? This is, and notice once again, this is the source. Where you don't gotta take me at my word. We ain't gotta call the scholarship bluff and fluff, right? It says
go back up and show the primary again.
Because I ain't show no primaries.
Right,
I didn't show no primary.
Right.
I didn't show no primaries.
now
right.
Read the scholarly source. There's the primaries, those 2 tablets.
My whole second round was primaries. Just to put that out there. My whole second round was primaries. Right? But y'all ain't make him take it back when he said YAHAWAH won worship to the Second Temple period. Y'all ain't hold his feet to the fire about that. But let's get into it. It says, you are cursed by the God YAHAWAH. Cursed. You will die cursed. Cursed. You will surely die. Cursed you are by YAHAWAH cursed. Right? Notice he never dealt with the Hebrew definition of the word either. Because we brought that out too. So let's actually show this, right?
And
let's go down a little bit.
What year was that tablet? What year was that tablet?
It's a late bronze age. Some people put it towards the end of late bronze age, which is around 1200. It's contemporary with around Ramesses.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be the end of the late bronze age. If you're thinking about it in terms of Egyptian links and stuff, you get what I mean? So correct. It says this, and notice what I mentioned, the 800 BCE date. That's not late bronze age. That's now Iron Age. So it goes early bronze age, middle bronze age, late bronze age, Iron Age. We're going back in history 400 years to where before this supposedly El merger with YAHAWAH. So let's get into this. The vocabulary. This is actually how words is being defined on the tablet. Primary source. The word El, which is the word for God, appears only in the first line of inner B in the words by the God YAHAWAH. Notice not by the El, not by El YAHAWAH, by the God. It's here the term El is most likely employed as an appellative for deity.
Facts.
It doesn't mean El, the Canaanite God. It literally means the word deity. It literally means the word God.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
It says this. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, yeah, I just want to make sure they're getting that. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Hey, yo, right. Black Sage. Part of being a good teacher is by not putting a battery in the young brother back, man. You setting them up, Yara. You got so many teachers out here. You setting them up to get destroyed. You got Smiley Rockwell that's tuning into this, man. I mean, you gotta be careful, Yara.
Smash Rockwell wants to go against what these sources say, and he need to get his stuff together and come up here too.
Oh man,
like y'all act like Chasaad is making up these sources. He's not doing what you just heard sa.neter say. Come out of the sources.
Didn't you and Ausar had a debate already, right?
No, he keeps creating that lie that he and I had like a formal debate. They called me on the fly 5 minutes. Somebody bailed on him. They needed somebody to fill in 5 minutes before he got in, and he got smoked. Okay, he wants to call it a debate. It's not a debate. He can come over here and I'll slap the crap out of him because he's a liar.
Okay, maybe we can have a doubleheader Thanksgiving debate while everybody's sitting down eating their turkey. They can watch the doubleheader.
I mean,
maybe you and Ausar could be on the card.
Yeah, I'll definitely debate him, but as far as me putting a battery in Hassar's back, this is information this brother had already. We just agreed on the information.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, what we clearly see, right? And I don't normally go in the chat, but this is Hassar's show. But as I'm looking in the chat, you got guys like King Rue who won't hit the panel and get slapped.
Oh, King Rue's scared. He always trolling, but he ain't gonna come in the chat.
So this is what I mean about people. Man, look, that's why I don't go. That's why I don't read the chat. It's unimportant to me, right? Because they not, unless you're going to get on here. King J, I see you in the chat. Come up here. You got slapped around. You're gonna come up here and say that these sources Chasaad is showing are not accurate. Is that what you're gonna argue, King J?
Yeah, he did. He got up here and said that's a lie with no source. Him and Rakufu got up here, and this is the thing. You always talking about some warning me. You need to warn them. This is looking bad for them.
Facts.
This is looking bad for them.
When you opened up sa.neter, you asked me about sa.neter, and I clearly said he's trash.
So do y'all want to have a team debate? Would you like to have a team debate?
Debate.
You too?
Chasaad is stands on his own. He can handle his own. His information ain't gonna be no different from what I bring on these topics. You know what? He taught me something in the last argument that Hassan Khan had. You know what Hassan brought out? He brought out David Rowe. Now, I don't normally use David Rowe because people in this community claim David Rowe is a pseudo. But you know what Hassan made me think about? I went back and I looked at David Rowe's resume and what he's actually done. In all of the many archaeological digs and comedic excavations that he's done, that when you compare those to most people that you claim that you have respect for, who take trips over to ancient Kemet and bring information back here as if they know what the hell they talking about, David Rowe eclipses them. So how are you going to call somebody pseudo when you don't have at least a quarter of the hands-on, boots on the ground experience that a David Rowe has? You know why they call him
that has a formal degree in Egyptology. He completed his work. He was in the process of getting his PhD. He didn't receive his PhD because he pre-published his thesis.
Facts.
At his university, you are not allowed to pre-publish your thesis.
Facts.
He published it and turned it into a book and made a show out of it, and he couldn't get his PhD from that. He is a PhD level scholar. Now, on top of that, he also has degrees in archaeology and in different civilizations, Minoan, Mycenaean, Levantine. He has different degrees in all these. He is a source just like anybody else is a source. And y'all really y'all call him pseudo. Y'all don't want to pull up the sources. You can pull up Kenneth Kitchen, got clapped. You can pull up any source you want to. And I'll pull up David Rowe's source on the chronology. How much want to bet they're going to get smoked? Facts. Because I have the responses.
Facts. There's nobody in this community that's ever hit this panel who can hold a candle to what David Rowe has done. So for them to call him pseudo, that's another lane of intellectual dishonesty that runs rampant in this community. How do you call somebody pseudo? Look at his body of work. Look at his body of work. If we held that same consensus to everybody, sa.neter, you couldn't have nobody up here debate.
Because I disagree, he's pseudo. You ain't going into the argument. You're not going into the scholarly article. So the first thing say, oh, that's pseudo. You gotta prove it's pseudo. You gotta at least show a scholar to rebut his scholar.
Facts.
But yeah, you trying to warn me, Si. You need to warn them.
Facts.
Because the fake scholarship ain't passing no more. The showing pictures, the young pharaoh, I can magically say a whole bunch of stuff, and that ain't passing no more. This is a whole new different generation of researchers and fact checkers.
Facts.
We ain't pulling stuff out the hat no more where we can say a whole bunch of stuff and it ain't sourced up and you got a bunch of people just siding with it. We're not doing that no more. We elevating the game now.
Right. On the House of Consciousness. We sourcing up. You niggas would come up here, excuse me for my language. Y'all come up here and debate the sources. Put your source up against our source. That's what we're talking about. I don't care nothing about what you think you know.
Y'all think he found a secret weapon in Chasaad. Y'all think he found a secret weapon. Man, y'all gonna get smoked, man, going up against the best, bro. Wait till Jabari get a hold of what y'all saying.
Jabari can get a hold of these sources.
What you talking about? Get a hold of these sources.
He can get a hold of these sources. We not hiding them. We didn't write them. He can get a hold of these sources. And let's see if he says, oh, I just don't agree.
Wait till Dr. Reggie get a hold of y'all, man. Wait till Dr. Reggie get a hold of what y'all talking about.
I wish he would.
Right. All these people you naming, bro, I don't give.
Wait till Mandinka Molly even get a little whiff to this.
See, now you just saying stuff. You just saying stuff at this point.
Now you trolling us now.
Now you facts.
Now you trolling us.
I accept you saying maybe Reggie and Jabari, maybe even like a Smash Rockwell. But JJ, man, stop playing with me. You insulting us at this point, man.
Yeah,
Man, y'all disrespecting the Mandinka Mali, man.
Much respect to Dr. Rick. Much respect to Jabari. Much respect to Smash Rockwell. That troll, bro, he's not even worth our time, bro.
Oh, man.
Like, he literally ran from this debate. He ran from this debate. This is the exact debate that I challenged him on, and he ran from it. He shouldn't even be able to even speak on the debate. Woo. He ran from the debate and now trying to speak on it. How does that make sense?
Fact, and as a matter of fact, we even saying his name too much because he think we care.
Yeah, man. So we back to the sources if we may. We back to the sources if we may.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Hey, everybody, can y'all hit that thumbs up button on sa.neter Studios and on the HOK? We got both channels running.
Thumbs up, man, and support the Cash App, man, and stop stealing knowledge that y'all ain't.
There you go. Hit that like button, y'all. All right, go ahead, my brother Chasaad. Your slideshow is back up.
Kind of like Sa said, man. Make sure y'all hitting the like. Don't hit the like for me. Hit the like for Sa. Hit the Cash App for Sa. Hit the share button for Sa. Make sure y'all supporting the channel, man. All right. So back to these sources, like we've been doing the whole debate and all night. We source up, right? So it says here the term El is most likely employed as an appellative for deity. It's the word deity itself. It's not in reference to a whole nother god named El. And this is the problem that people keep making all day. They keep on trying to insert the usage from the Ugaritic text of El into a whole different culture, into a whole different religion, and a whole different writing.
Okay.
You cannot do that. But let's get into some more sources, because now we on the usage of El. So my point of showing the cursed tablet, though, 1200 BCE is what the time frame they would give it, is 400 years prior to the merger of El and YAHAWAH. We already seen El being used as the term deity itself. He's already been called El as a word for deity, not the actual Canaanite god El. So where is the merger at? If it's already 400 years been applied to YAHAWAH as a just generic term deity, where is the merger at?
Right.
Make it make sense. But yeah, so let's get into this into these different sources that got brought out, right? Which never got responded to. Because the lie that they love to spill to people is that the Ugaritic people hold authority over the word. They don't. It's actually cultures that predate them, the oldest pantheons that's already using the word and is not in reference to the deity El. Right? We back on the sources, right? So, and this is the thing. You can't say it's not scholarly. You want to say these scholars are lying? That's what I really want to hear. Are the scholars lying? Say the scholars are lying, and I won't even argue with y'all no more. I won't debate y'all no more. I won't do none of that. Just go ahead and say the scholars is lying, and we're done. Right? From academia.edu. Right, we're going down to page 18.
All right. Chasaad, we winding down, man. You want to open up for questions, because we're about to have 2 hours in.
Okay. You got it. Okay, I got you.
I got another show to do.
Okay, I got you.
So let's open up the floodgates, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna just show this last couple sources, these last sources, and then you can open up the
pros and cons reveal itself.
Man, you gonna get his feelings hurt.
I'm gonna just show 2 more sources, and then we can open up the panel. And I'm telling you right now, man, come source up.
Naphtali, do you agree with these brothers, Naphtali? You agree with them? What they talking about?
Man, they better come sourced up, because I ain't finna play the yip yapping forever and playing games. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I want to say this to Sister Naphtali. I saw her discussion on dealing with Darwin and those and the beginning of those narratives and where Darwin got his understanding from, how she went back in those ancient Sumerian texts. I wanted to say all praise to the Most High and kudos to you because she destroyed y'all on that yesterday or the day.
Who you talking about, y'all? Who you talking about, Black Sage?
I'm talking about Neftali when she came up and she showed and she was talking about Darwin and how the rhetoric that he
now I know you trolling now, brother. You got to be trolling.
Listen to me when I'm saying
Neftali, come on, brother.
Listen, sa.neter, I'm trying to tell you she was 1,000% correct. Y'all gotta hear it when she was talking about and like they don't really understand what they're talking about and where they get this rhetoric from. She destroyed them because
you really trolling now, man.
Listen, when she said they only like to start at a certain point when they start talking about the origin of species and Darwinism and different things like that, they don't go back to what the science actually are actually saying. These pseudoscience when they talking about, oh, the rain came down and hit the rocks and they formed to an algae and it created life. She's absolutely right. They're making this stuff up as they go. And
Neftali is kindergarten, brother. How dare you?
I tell you,
How dare you?
I don't care.
Neftali up against the greats,
This
brother.
way you and I are on separate ends of the universe. She destroyed them with that argument because if y'all actually pay attention to what she was saying, she's absolutely right. She and I don't agree on everything, but on that particular topic, nah, bro. She smoked y'all. She smoked y'all.
I know you trolling, bro. I know you trolling. Oh man. Let's Chasaad go so I can open up the floodgates.
Yep, no doubt.
Chasaad, you up, man? Your screen sharing.
Okay, Con. So yeah, man, I just wanted to share this last source, and then I wanted to play something because Ausar contradicted himself, and that's the last contradiction I'm gonna play. At the end of the debate, his rounds, Ausar said, "Y'all not even in the Ugaritic text." He said that out his own mouth, but I'm gonna play it later. It says this. So they keep on mentioning El and keep trying to make it seem that El in the Bible is in reference to the Canaanite god El. I have showed several sources. None of them got disputed one time. So the Ugaritic text does not hold the authority on the usage of the word because it's the word for God amongst all common Semitic people. It says this. The god El, speaking of the Canaanite god El, did not exist in the earliest Semitic pantheons, those of Ebla and Akkad. No one would get on here and say that Ugarit predates Akkad.
Facts.
No one would get on here and say that.
Facts.
But the word El is already in usage. Right. It's already used for the word God itself. So when we go to the Bible, right? When we go to the Bible and we pull up the biblical definition of the word, notice we pulled up the Hebrew definition. Why every time we pull up the Hebrew definition, you go into a different culture in a different dictionary, in a different language, in a different group of people? This is about the biblical. This is about Hebrew. How is the word God defined? The word El defined in Hebrew. It says this: strength as an adjective, mighty, especially the Almighty, but used of any deity, God. You can't get around the definition itself. You can't get around how the Israelites are using the word. They're using it the same way the Akkadians were using it, same way the Eblites was using it, the same way the Ammonites used it, the same way the Amorites used it. When I showed the source that El wasn't even a deity to the Amorites.
Facts.
Stop playing games, man. Stop it. So the whole debate has been about a false assertion that Ausar Macabre been trying to fool y'all with the whole time.
Right.
That was the whole debate. He been fooling y'all this whole time, playing games.
All right.
Wow, this is sad here, man.
I'm gonna show this last contradiction, and we can open it up.
Right. And King J, don't come up here, man, arguing is Ilu, Ilu, and L the same thing. It's exactly the same thing from the Akkadian to what we see the word term used as L. And you know why he know that? Because they still use the same biconsonantal, they still use the same biconsonantal roots, bro, in their writing system, bro, in their language system, bro.
Really quickly. Seven Ausar. Listen to this. It says sa.neter says only the people who lose debates make videos claiming they were right. Who was the first one to make a video?
Ask sa.neter right now.
Who was the first one to make a video?
It was Ausar and Kyle.
Oh, so you admit that Ausar and Kyle lost?
It was Ausar and Kyle, JJ, and Jay.
King J and Cedric.
So send another $10 in, a 7.
Send another $10, man. You owe Sai another $10. See, hey, I was waiting. I knew they was gonna say that. Oh, he lost because he up here trying to prove he won. You ain't say that when the Star went and did it.
Yep. That's why we doing it right now.
It was on the video trying to critique. Yeah, see, I did. I countered this way. Y'all ain't say that when the Star did it.
See, spoke too fast, young boy. Spoke too fast. This is what I'm saying, man. Like, they want to play these double standards when it comes to sources.
Y'all couldn't hear the video playing?
No.
No, we can hear it, bro.
All right, I'm finna.
You ain't even had it sharing.
I did. I just took it down because you said you couldn't hear it.
Yeah, it wasn't. We couldn't hear it.
I bet you don't.
We hear it now. We hear it now.
Generally, sense of deity. Morphologically, it is a plural of Eloah, and it is sometimes used as a numerical plural to designate divine being.
He talking about Elohim, nigga. We talking about El. What are you talking about? You talking about the plural form of the word. We talking about the actual word itself. What is he talking about?
Especially the heathen gods. What you talking about? It only mean one. Don't you know? You've been lying all night. You ain't show. Remember he mentioned the Kamash? Remember? The God of Israel may be determined by the article, a positive suffix or following genitive of attribute in the E and the P strands of the Pentateuch. And in the Elohistic, why has it always got L there, brother? Psalms, it is used without the article as a proper name. But he said L wasn't a proper name then.
Did you just hear what he said, man?
You in trouble.
Good Lord have mercy. You can't make this stuff up, bro. You can't make this stuff up, bro.
Young man. Let's go to the scholars, the people who know, man. Let's go to John Day. He says, Yahweh and the gods and goddesses of Canaan assert that the reading sons of God, Beni Ha Elohim, that means sons of God. Beni Yah, sons of Elohim. If your name is Yah and it turns into sons of, when you next to Elohim, to El, you should knock it off. You're a son. And we got a text in the Bible that show that, which we just showed you. What text says that El was Yah's son in the Bible? He ain't going to pull that up tonight. It don't exist. This is clearly the original reading to be preferred to the Masoretic text, sons of Israel, Beni Yisrael, which must have arisen as a deliberate alteration. Why are scholars trying to change stuff? Because they know don't nobody like Yah. The part of a scribe who did not approve of the polytheistic overtones of the phrase sons of God. So you lying, and the scholars is busting you out tonight. Remember, he just read us about 3 verses.
There,
no, it's only one God.
Did y'all understand what he just said? He says that the whole argument is against polytheism in the text. What Ausar said already. It's arguing against polytheism, Ausar, not for it. So it means that Deuteronomy 32:8-9 is not a polytheistic reference when it uses El and Yahweh. That's what your own source just told you. You are a babbling buffoon, bro. You don't know what you're talking about when it comes to this information, bro. And y'all should not, I dare one of y'all to get up here and try to defend what he just read. I dare y'all. That's crazy. His own source. He died at his own source at least 10 times in this debate.
At minimum 10 times.
Jeez.
To hell, you should knock it off. You're a son. And we got a text in the Bible that showed that, which we just showed you. What text says that El was Yah's son in the Bible?
Actually, there's no text that said Yah was his son. He didn't show that not one time. But honestly, I just want the clip where he says that Yah wasn't even in the Ugaritic pantheon. I want that clip. You can go ahead and open it.
Attention to an earth shadow.
You can go ahead and open up the panel side. I'm finna grab that timestamp real quick. But you good to open it up.
All right. I told y'all don't call his name. Mandinka Mali is in the building. Ausar Imka is in the building. Y'all saw that scary movie when they say, yo, don't call his name. Don't call his name. If you call his name, he's gonna show up. Y'all remember the Martin Lawrence joint when they was doing the spooky joint? When they what was that? Don't call his name. Y'all called his name. Y'all right?
You know, every time they say that name, something wild happened to him. Look at him. He don't want to stop talking. You just talk for 2 hours, man. It's okay. They heard you. It's okay.
I just said,
let me say this, Sal.
I ain't saying he retarded.
He really, if that's all y'all got,
hold on.
Probably need to give him another hour.
Hold on. I want y'all to take heed to what's being said. I want y'all to listen and no talking over each other. So I got to play this and I want y'all to listen.
The HOK is where legends and stars are born. Sa.neter make people famous. Hebrew Israelites, Muslims, Masons, pastors, ministers, Christians, Jesus Christ lovers, you are all welcome. Just don't come over here crying. This ain't for the faint of heart. If you're looking for a safe space, you're in the wrong place. The HOK is not for the weak. We're forging diamonds here, and that process requires pressure. This is the toughest environment you will ever step into because we demand excellence, not excuses. If you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen. We don't coddle, we challenge. We don't hold hands, we sharpen iron with iron. This is the proving ground, the ultimate test of your intellectual and spiritual fortitude. Weakness gets exposed and either strengthened or sent packing. There's no middle ground here, no participation trophies. You either rise to the occasion or you get run over. You have to be strong mentally at the House of Consciousness. This is a battlefield of ideas, a war of words and wisdom. Your feelings are not facts. Your emotions are not evidence. We deal in logic, reason, and verifiable information. If your mind is brittle, it will shatter. You need to be able to take criticism, to have your entire belief system questioned, and to stand firm on a foundation of knowledge, not just conviction. We are building mental giants, thinkers who can withstand any onslaught of misinformation or dogma. If you're easily offended or your ego gets bruised by a simple question, you won't last a single session. This is mental conditioning at its highest level. It's all about sourcing up. Your opinion means nothing without the proof to back it. Your claims are empty without the receipts. Where did you get your information? Who is the author? What is the context? You must be prepared to trace your knowledge back to its origin. We don't deal in I think or I feel. We deal in the source says. This is about intellectual accountability. Every single point you make must be supported by a credible, verifiable source. This is the fundamental rule of engagement in this house. This discipline separates the masters from the novices, the builders from the babblers. So the name of the game is clear. Source up or shut up.
All right, I hope y'all heard that. And y'all got to listen to what it's saying. There's no crying over here. And What's up, brother? Do you got a statement or do you got a comment? or
I'm
a
gonna make
question?
a quick statement. And then if you really want the goodies, we can come back and do a show so that so I can cook them and give the people more information that I didn't get to even touch on in the debate. But Sa, you probably need to give them brothers another hour. That was absolutely trash. Y'all need some more work. If that's all you got, it's gonna be a long day in the office tomorrow. I'm telling you right now. JJ and King J got this. This is easy work. I told you don't lose sleep, Chasaad, and you probably ain't took a nap in 5 days after this, and it ain't even been 5 days. That's the sad part. Now you doing what YAHAWAH did. He made 4 videos after I beat him, and I think it's just because it's therapeutic. So if it's therapy and that's what you need, brother, you get that out of your system. But when I do this rebuttal video, you ain't gonna go to sleep for another 10 days, and I gotta step out. But beware.
Don't run. Don't run. Chill for a minute.
Call it the said festival, the victory lap of Ausar. I see you. I see you shortly.
Chill with us for a second. Don't run.
Yeah, stay right there. That's what I thought.
Right, y'all can't be running. Y'all can't be running after making statements like that, y'all.
Hey.
First of all, I want next time Ausar comes on here, I want him to produce these supposed 4 videos I made of him. I don't know what this nigga. I ain't never made no video of this nigga critiquing nothing. And I want to see. And I actually have the discussion he and I had that he said this debate he beat me in. It wasn't a judge debate. It wasn't a poll debate. So where he claims he beat me in this debate, I don't know why he keeps consistently trying to push this lie. Right? Like this, he's delusional, man, and he ran up off of here. Now he didn't threw out some chicken nuggets out here.
All right, JJ, you up next.
Hold on, real quick. So, because I wanted to respond to that first, but you had a super chat from a 7 Ausar. It says the people spoke the poll, say he won. You lost. Doing a video about how you won without Ausar, both you and Black Sage sore losers. When King J was on the video with JJ, Ausar, and Cedric. Nobody called them sore losers, sore winners. Nobody said where Chasaad at, none of that. But when I do my response video, now I'm a hater. Now I'm a sore loser.
Nobody invited him either. So Ausar stop trying. So I mean, Ausar 7, stop trying to cheerlead, man. All your job is Ausar 7 is to hold the toilet paper for them niggas. That's it. That's your only job.
Damn, YAHAWAH, you going hard like that?
That's all they doing is holding. All they doing is with their pom poms, and then they waiting for this nigga to get done using the bathroom so they can wipe for him. Stop playing, man.
All right, before I bring on Mandinka Mali, Mandinka, let me see your face, man. I gotta see you, bro. I gotta this ain't real.
What's up?
Hey, is it real that Chasaad is the first one that called you out first and you ran from the debate?
Damn, hold up a minute. Yeah.
So you know that happened. It happened on your channel.
I want to hear him say it.
Go pull up the footage, bro. You ain't the first one to call. Matter of fact, all the Israelites was mad when I came out with this. You just tagged along. You were like a little puppy. I mean, this is bad when two of the worst debaters in House. Two of the worst debaters in House of Conscious history is up here trying to pad stats or do a Monday morning quarterback type of situation. One of them has had the worst loss in HOK history, 90% to 10. Then you got YAHAWAH over there on a 5 goddamn poll losing streak. Who gonna listen to these two characters?
First of all, you just made it up. And second of all,
hold on, let him finish.
Go ahead.
You do, man. If you would have won, I would have gave you the grace to speak. But you did bad, horrible. And I don't even know why you even calling my name, bro. I told you, get your debate weight up, then I'll see you. And right now, you starting off bad. You done already got beat up 90% to 10. But what I like to do is call out YAHAWAH. Yeah. Yeah, he over cheerleading. Ladies and gentlemen, I would never debate you. I don't care about it like You know, I don't want to hear none of that, bro. You go, both of these guys, bro.
You're not
can
worth.
I speak, bro? Can I speak? You're gonna discipline? I need to know you. Shut your mouth, man. Shut your mouth. You're gonna meet this guy now.
Period.
All right, hold on. There's no crime. I heard
you look both ways before you cross the street, my nigga.
All right, go ahead. Oh, y'all right. You can respond after he finished.
Oh, thank you. Like I said, I want this guy to prove that he's an Israelite. He's not gonna be able to do that. Prove it. Say it right now. You're a goddamn on convert. Tell the world like I made you do. You
didn't make me do anything. But
are you a convert? Yes or no? Go ahead.
First of all, I can do that tomorrow. We can have that debate tomorrow. And I only need 30 minutes. A 30-minute debate. Okay. You and I proving if I'm an Israelite or not.
And are you a bloodline or you a convert? Which one?
We got to jackass. The debate is whether or not I'm an Israelite.
No. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen.
You see what I'm saying, sa.neter? See, I'm the master with this, bruh. I'm
the
master with this. You understand what I'm saying? He don't want that shit with me. See,
running your mouth or they're running the goddamn seat.
I got the floor, bro. I got the floor.
I wasn't done speaking. I'm not gonna let him speak until he give me my grade.
All right, hold on, man. Let him respond, man. Then I'm gonna let you come back. Let him respond.
He said, debate me, prove that you're an Israelite. So when I said I'll take that, I will prove to you that I'm an Israelite.
By blood.
No, I will prove to you that I'm an Israelite.
I told y'all. This is embarrassing.
He's a jackass. Listen, this is what I'm saying. And let me prove to you. I'm not done talking.
Well, you're a convert.
If you understand, hold on, and I'm gonna teach you real quick.
You're a convert.
Let me finish talking, son. Let me prove to you that JJ don't know nothing. If you go into the Bible, the biblical text that we use, that we hold on to make claims and say that we're Israelites, there's 3 ways that a person, a man or a woman, can become an Israelite. That's the standard. It ain't what you say. That's the standard. I don't need to debate what you want to argue. You ask me, can I prove I'm an Israelite? The answer is yes. Now take that and move on, because you can't win that argument, and you know it.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, Mark,
win it.
Since your master teacher is running.
Hold on. Am I an Israelite according to the scripture? Do you want to debate that? You can't debate that. You know why you can't debate that? Because you know you will lose, sucker.
Bring out the scripture right now. Bring it out.
Sucker.
Bring it out. Right. Pull it up for him right now.
You will lose. Somebody go to Isaiah chapter 56.
Pull it up right now.
I'm debating with you right now.
Pull it right now.
I'm gonna do it, Isaiah. I'm gonna read Isaiah chapter 56 for you, and I'm gonna prove it.
I'm gonna get away from him. I'm gonna get away from him real quick. All right, let me talk to Marcus. Let me talk to Marcus. Man, come on. Every time I come up here against you, you do this, bro. Grow and have some discipline and respect. People want to watch the show, not just listen to you baby. Bro, no, you don't get no respect from me, man. You don't get no bro. I got the list of your last 5 years with me.
You're a liar. You're a cheater.
I got the list of your last 5 ass whoopings, bro. Come on, man. Be quiet for me.
5 times, bro. It don't matter. They won you.
Yeah, I know that, man. Right. Okay, let me speak to Marcus, bro. Hold your tongue. What do the Bible say about holding your tongue? What do it say? You don't know.
They don't tell me I gotta hold my tongue against a heathen.
Oh no! So
Can I speak?
Yo, hold on for a minute. Mandinka. Let Marcus this cool it out, and then you can come back. Go ahead, Chasaad.
Yeah. So just so you know, YAHAWAH, I had Isaiah 56 pulled up for you. But look, JJ.
I appreciate it.
JJ, you're not gonna.
I will show and prove.
There's one mic, y'all. One mic.
And how I'm an Israelite. He said, pull it up. I'm going to teach this clown, right?
Yeah.
So Isaiah chapter 56, right? Let me go down right here, bro. This is easy work. Easy work for a clown, right?
I mean, why all the ad homs, bro? I mean, grow up, bro.
You are a ad hom.
No, man, grow up, man.
All right. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it clean.
Hold on. Everybody pause real quick.
He's an idiot.
Real quick. Hold on. JJ, you too.
With that, y'all. Ad homs, let's
Hold on. I'm finna stop sharing the screen real quick. Hold on, real quickly. So we not finna crash out because ain't nobody coming up here.
Yeah, all right, hold on, everybody. Yeah, let's fall back on the ad homs so I can keep the video up. You did a great presentation, Black Sage and Chasaad. You don't want to mess y'all video up. Y'all did a great show.
So let me ground this out. Let me say something real quick. So first, JJ, you got on here. You threw the first ad hom. You calling me a pup and my master teacher and all that. Chill out with all the disrespect, bro. I told you this on your channel. We don't have to disrespect each other. We can pull up sources and talk like men, but you got to get disrespectful because your scholarship get beat up every time. You ran from me, and now you coming on the after show trying to question me. You get beat up there. I'm sourcing up on the after show. You getting beat up with sources, and you still ain't taking it. Then you do so much, you run to your platform, got Ausar, King Jake, the brother Cedric, all on there. Almost be look at this fake Israelite. Bro, you do the most yipping and yapping and don't step in the ring, bro. You ran from me. You ran from me first. That's the only reason Ausar stepped up and got beat up for you.
One mic.
See, he can't even control it. This is why nobody like talking to dude. You can't even control your mouth. So once again, bro, we came up here. Why is he still talking?
Hey, yo, Mandinka, hold on, man. You're going to be able to respond. Your mic is messed up, Mandinka. Your mic is messed up, Mandinka.
Hey, man, he tweaking. He tweaking. So, once again, we came up here. Why is you still talking, bro?
Bro, I don't like you.
Mandinka, your mic is messed up, and you got come on, man, with all this ad homs, y'all.
I don't care if you don't like me. You also don't like my scholarship because it keep beating you. We know. So once again, bro, we just came up here and scholarly demonstrated Ausar got beat on with the sources. His response were not responses. His sources were not sourcing. It ain't our fault. Come up here and actually refute what we presented. Somebody come up here. Ausar came up here. Hey, I'm gonna give you $1 tomorrow because I'm gonna do it. No, man. You came up here. You talking about some tomorrow, whatever. I'm gonna do this because you know damn well you couldn't come up here and refute me in live time. You couldn't even do it in a debate. All the sources I gave and what you do, you showed pictures. You couldn't refute me even in the debate. Now it's y'all turn to come up here and refute the same evidence. It's not new evidence. Come up here with some type of sources and refute the evidence. That's it.
All
we
right.
ain't coming here for the bull.
All right. Mandinka, is your mic good? Okay, let me move on over to King J right now. King J, hold up.
Before, I got the timestamp too that I wanted to play.
Yeah, my mic.
All right, Mandinka, go ahead. Hey, the ad homs, knock that out. Go with the information.
Oh, I got two things on. Hold up. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, this is a waste of my time, man. They both are scared to prove that they're bloodline Israelites. How you gonna get up here and try to critique everybody and tell them, "Oh, you ain't getting into the kingdom. You ain't following the law, statutes, commandments." And that book, that story ain't even you. You can't prove it. Show me the trail. Show me how you went back to Africa and traced your bloodline. You just a goddamn convert that's out here preaching and teaching the wrong message. Divide and conquer is what y'all do. Neither one of y'all is on my level of debates or scholarship. Both of y'all are habitual losers. Why should I even waste my time? I was called up here by people that know me, say, "Hey, man, indigenous," a couple of people like, "Man, y'all have my name in y'all mouth on this show. So don't try to act innocent now. Don't try to act innocent." So if you really think you prove that L is not the father, then why you get your ass whooped 90% to 10? And why you still up here crying about it? This is called Monday morning quarterbacking, ladies and gentlemen. You know, and like I say, you already see YAHAWAH ran. The best thing he good at is giving ad homs and insults, and you dumb and you super. But for a minute, I got receipts of him. Man, JJ, you one of the top. I want to be with you. I want to work with you. Now, don't say you didn't say that, sir. So like I say, sa.neter, man, these guys ain't ready to get in the ring with me. It's not no guy that just lost 5 in a row and a guy that just got beat 90% to 10. Now I'm gonna do sa.neter said I get to do a show tomorrow, whenever the next couple
Let me
days.
see. Hold on, Jay. Yo, Chasaad, are you willing to take on JJ? Mandinka?
Why wouldn't I? He ran from me.
Oh, there it is, Mandinka.
He ran from me.
All right, bet. So let's get the time.
Let me say something real quick.
Talking. No, don't get you. You see what I'm saying, sa.neter? I'm talking right now. He asked you a question. Now be quiet. All right, I wasn't done.
Okay, finish.
Be quiet then. Learn some discipline, son. Now here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So it's a waste of time even really arguing or debating these Hebrew Israelites. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna beat you down worse than what Ausar did.
Oh,
you gonna get up here with think you can prove that you're an Israelite with one scripture? What? That had nothing to do with you, sir. You're not a bloodline Israelite.
You ain't even read the scripture yet, right? You ain't read the scripture.
I didn't read the scripture.
You're a convert. That's what you are. So go ahead.
All right. Read the scripture. Backstage.
Hold
on. Read the scripture backstage.
Hold on. Take him off the screen. JJ 7000 is not intelligent. This is what I'm saying. If you make the argument if a person is an Israelite or not, according to the Bible, according to the text, there are 3 ways a person can become an Israelite. I don't understand what part of that he doesn't get. If he wants to argue a one West argument, a one West doctrine argument, or whether or not he's a bloodline Israelite, then he should debate a one Westerner. I'm not a one Westerner. I don't follow that paradigm. I never have. Fool. So if someone says I'm an Israelite, there are 3 ways, 3 litmus tests that you can use to prove that. One is through bloodline, one is through conversion, and one is through marriage. What doesn't a dummy get about that? Man, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
Let me say something, YAHAWAH, real quick. Let me say.
Hold on. I want
to respond to that. I got to respond to that.
I want him to read the scripture that he pulled.
Yeah, and so let me respond 30 seconds. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as y'all see, get the camera off him, please, real quick. Get the camera off him. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, I just came up here and I asked, I said, are you a convert or are you a bloodline Israelite? And you said, no, I don't have to prove it that way. And you just named 2 out of the 3. And the third one is marriage. So that means you have to marry someone who's a bloodline Israelite. You ain't done that because she ain't proved it. And I ain't trying to knock whoever, it don't even go through the woman. So like I said, Marcus, I'm going to beat the crap out of you. And you take your master teacher's topic. You go that way, the 3 ways, because you have to prove it. You better say you're just a convert. That's all you better say. And
all right, hey Mandinka, Neftali is asking you a question, and Mandinka Mali, what would be substantial proof that you would accept of being an Israelite? What would it take?
The bloodline.
Okay, there you have your answer.
Tracing yourself back to your answers, if they're your answers of your people. Can you?
Yeah, but YAHAWAH just broke down 3. He gave 3 facts that you can be an Israelite, and that is the truth. He broke down 3 facts.
Right. He said bloodline. Did I not say that?
Yeah, or marriage, or through marriage.
Did I not say conversion? I'm asking him to tell me which one it is. Bloodline or conversion. That's it. If you say conversion, then you just a convert, and you stay off everybody else's back.
That make some? Hold on, JJ. Does that make someone not an Israelite if they're a convert?
Are you a convert? Yes, sir. That's all I asked.
Does that make someone not an Israelite?
If you convert, yeah. But if when I'm asking,
all right, then you don't have
so you're a convert,
you moron.
So are you a convert?
I've always said I'm a convert. Always.
All right, thank you, man. Now let me go to Marcus.
Ask sa.neter. He's sitting right there.
So Mandinka, you would have lost that debate, Mandinka.
No, because I asked him in the beginning. Listen, I asked him in the beginning. I said, "Are you a convert?"
You can't talk to someone
Bro, be quiet.
brain
I
has
said,
been
"Are you a
eaten away with
convert?"
ignorance,
He
bro.
would not answer that. He
He
said,
don't
"I
I
know
was
what
listening closely. And JJ did say convert first.
So what?
He
So
did.
what if he said that? That's not
His
the
argument
point.
was his argument he originally said came in and said you're a convert. And you like,
So
no, I'm
what?
not. And then he was like,
I didn't
you're
say
not
that I was
bloodline,
a
you a
convert.
convert. So his original argument was you a convert. So he would have won that. He
I
got
would
you
have
admitting
never
that you was
won
a
that
convert.
because I've
Like
always
like
said
you've
I'm a
admitted
convert.
That's
before,
what make you say it.
Black Sage. So I'm
That's
gonna
what
be
make
here
you say
to
it.
stand as a witness to what he said, because that's what he said and I heard him.
Yep.
He asked, listen, bro, listen.
Come on,
He
man.
said, are you a
I'm finna
convert
let
or a
somebody else talk,
bloodline
sir.
Israelite?
All right.
Exactly.
I never said
All right, can I talk now?
what.
So why you trying to make it seem like he was trying to make the point that you was bloodline? Because that wasn't his point.
That's what he said. That's what he said he wanted to
No, he
debate.
didn't. He was asking you, were you bloodline or convert? Because he asked you, was you convert first?
And I said, do you want to debate whether or not I can prove I'm an Israelite? He said, are
But
you a
that's when you
bloodline?
diverted but see, you're good at that, Yahweh. You divert the original thing that he said to try to make your argument stronger. And his original statement was that you was a convert. That's what he did. And I also want to address, since I'm on the screen right now, I want to address you and Chasaad's comments towards me, right? Because Brother Chasaad, I actually respect you. You don't come on here when you get rattled and speak ad hominems, right? Like I can ask sa.neter right now. Sa.neter, did the poll say that Ausar won the debate?
Yes, everybody knows that.
Okay, sa.neter, is this not only the toughest environment, but one of the most intelligent group of people that watch your show?
Yes.
So these people looked at the debate, made their determination, and they gathered that Ausar won. So to the winners go the spoils. So the winner can come on and make a video about how he won all he want to. sa.neter, which I support, never said, hey, when the winners win, they make a video. No, he was speaking towards my comment. When people lose their debate and they think that they won it, they always come back and make a video. This is what sa.neter said. And I agree with him. They do that. And that doesn't discount, hold on. That doesn't discount the fact that Ausar made a video without you in it, right? Because he's the winner. He could do that. But as a loser, when you lose a debate and you come back to try to reinforce and say, well, I won, his sources, the people didn't determine that, my brother Chasaad, right? So it ain't no disrespect to you, but I made that comment. So if you lose a debate, you can go on your own channel and do that. But when you come on sa.neter's channel, I'm going to have to call you out about that. Now, let me go to Black Sage. Hold on.
Hold on.
When I finish with that, both of y'all can talk and I won't say nothing else.
Go ahead.
Black Sage, you must have had your African dress on tight, like Naphtali said last week. Because whenever you lose an argument, you always come in with an ad hominem, you get emotional, right? And you got to disrespect somebody in some way because you feel disrespected because your argument wasn't strong enough to win. Or you got proven wrong. And when I'm finished speaking, you're not going to be able to compel yourself to not disrespect me either. So I'm finished with what I had to say. Both of y'all can make y'all comments. I'm out.
You ain't gotta leave though. You don't have to leave.
I'm not leaving. I'm right here, brother. I'm not gone.
So one thing you messed up on is the saying. The saying isn't the winner gets to make a video. The saying was the first person to make a video trying to explain how they won. Those are the real losers. That's the way the saying goes. That's the way
the first person to explain it why they won are the real losers. Even the winner.
Hold on.
7-7. You got to let them speak. You just spoke, brother. Let them speak.
So you got the saying wrong. Every time that somebody does a debate on HOK, Sa always say the first one to go and make a video, that's the loser. That's the saying. Ausar when they made the video first. I'm just doing the response. He had a chance to respond and go after the debate and critique information. So why can't I come on and do the same exact thing? All I'm saying is when we actually look at the scholars, we look at point for point, blow for blow, he didn't match up. Simple. You can disagree. You can agree. I'm just showing the evidence of the actual debate. I'm actually showing the sources. We sat here at our own ears and listened to this man say, you reading a scholarly article and he's showing pictures. That's a source to you. That's winning to you. Cool. You can say that's winning. That's not winning to me. I need an actual scholar that rebuts what I'm saying. Because I'm showing a scholar that says what I'm saying. So, like I said in the debate, on the debate stream, you won the polls. I won with the facts. I told him that. I told him, good debate. You won the polls. I won the facts. Inky got on here and said Ausar's presentation was more appealing or whatever. Chasaad, you rely too much on the facts. Because that's what I do. I rely on the scholarship and the facts. So you can say he won. I don't care. We're sitting here looking at the scholarship, though. Scholarly, he did not win. So, really quickly, I'm also responding to JJ because I've been trying to play this clip for a minute. I'm responding to JJ. I know you're not on here talking about people up here doing reviews when that's your entire channel. Your entire channel was going back on your losses, trying to critique how you got beat up by Nepal, how you got beat up by Sa, how you got beat up in every single debate. You going back to some, I didn't lose, I won. See, you not responding. And you got on here and did all this mess, making it about who's an Israelite when that ain't even a debate right now. The debate right now is El and YAHAWAH. And you can up here talking about something totally different. Because you know damn well you couldn't get up here and respond scholarly to the stuff I brought out. And that's a fact. Your AI is not going to cut it. Your chat GPT is not going to cut it. And you ran because you know you was going to get smoked. Okay. Now, really quickly, I'm going to play the last audio from the debate that I wanted everyone to hear. Right? Ausar himself said YAHAWAH was not even in the Ugaritic pantheon. The whole time he kept talking about YAHAWAH was the son of El. How if he's not even in the Ugaritic pantheon? Make that make sense. He contradicts himself the whole debate, and y'all say he won. Let's listen. You don't have to interrupt.
I forgot about this. Since Yahweh and El were originally separate deities, the question is raised about where Yahweh originated. Yahweh himself does not appear to have been a Canaanite god in origin. Remember, I just had to show you. He like, where's the El-Cab? Where's the Arcadian? No, duh. You wasn't in Israel. You was in Syria. Didn't nobody read them books? They didn't want them. Yahweh himself does not appear to have been a Canaanite god in origin. For example, he does not appear in the Ugaritic pantheon list. How come?
What? Oh my! Like, what is we? Did y'all just hear that? Did y'all just hear that? He himself said YAHAWAH is not in the Ugaritic pantheon. He's not even in the list, but yet he's a son of El. What are we doing here, bro? Like, y'all niggas getting up here running y'all mouth talking about some he won. Y'all can say he won. Scholarly, he got the brakes beat off him the same way JJ would have got the brakes beat off him, which is why he run. So the person that's going next that want to speak, I'm gonna run it back just one last time, please, just one last time. We gotta hear this one more time. We gotta hear this one more time, bro.
Does not appear to have been a Canaanite god in origin. Remember the deities. The question is raised about where Yahweh originated. Yahweh himself does not appear to have been a Canaanite god in origin. Remember, I just had to show you. He like, where's the El-Cab? Where's the Arcadian? No, duh. You wasn't in Israel. You was in Syria. Didn't nobody read them books? They didn't want them. Yahweh himself does not appear to have been a Canaanite god in origin. For example, he does not appear in the Ugaritic pantheon list. How come Yah don't appear in the Ugaritic pantheon list? Oh, see how that works?
But the whole time he's a son of El. I'm done with this, bro. Y'all is ridiculous, bro. Y'all, man, who got the negative? Who gonna respond with a source? Somebody, please. Somebody.
So I get to share my screen, sa.neter, and keep our 5 minutes of ass whooping.
King J ain't speak yet.
Yeah,
King J, you got the floor.
And wipe that crud from the side of your lips, man. I mean, I don't know what you're foaming on.
JJ, you here though? I'm gonna let you on my.
Listen, JJ out of here, man.
No, I need JJ up here with me.
Hey,
JJ, let's go to Judges 5-4.
He's not finna keep disrespecting me and then stand on the panel, bro.
King J, talk up, man. Talk up, King J.
King J, talk up.
Can you hear me better?
Ain't nobody tell him wipe that coke from around his nose.
Bro, chill out and wipe that.
Yo, y'all gotta stop that, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, man, grow up.
Hey, you grow up, nigga.
Trying to help you.
They don't want the information to get out, JJ. Let's stay focused.
Go ahead, King J.
Let's go to Judges 5 real quick. Verse 4. JJ, can you pull it up for me?
I'm pulling it up.
Hold up. Hey, King J, sa.neter gonna let us do a show.
We're gonna double team
We're gonna go ahead and clear it up and be done with it.
The fact, yeah, but let's go ahead and just give him some information. Let's go to Judges 5 real quick. Judges 5:4.
You want me to pull it up, or the Bible guys got it?
I can tell you what it says.
No, hold on. Pull it up. They just pull it up, Marcus.
Hear, O ye kings, give ye ear, O princes. I will
You gotta
send.
talk up, brother. Talk up.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So that says, Yahweh, when thou wentest forth from Seir, out of Seir, when thou marchest out of the field of Eden, the earth trembleth and the
Yo, it
heavens.
don't say Yahweh, brother.
It does say Yahweh. That's it says Lord in that transliteration. But if they
All
want to
right,
get
what
beat
do
up,
it say though? What do it say?
it says Yahweh. They want to get beat up. They won't argue that.
It say Lord, brother.
Stop. Let them argue that point. If they want to argue it, that's not correct. It says it's Yahweh.
Yahweh is the Edomite. Was an Edomite.
Exactly. So my question to them
before the Israelites even dealt with them. That's
exactly. This is Judges 5. Let's go to Isaiah 63.
You said go to where now?
Isaiah 63.
Why we ain't standing judges? Why we can't stand judges?
Bro, let that man speak.
I'm giving you an example. Let's go.
I wanted your point in judges.
Bro, you don't run the show. Just let everybody get a turn.
Bro, JJ, shut up. And I do run the show. It's my show on sa.neter's platform.
Isaiah 63. Who is this that cometh forth from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah, that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in his greatest of his strength, that I speak in righteousness, mightiest to say. That's Yahweh. Let's go. So we're establishing Yahweh as the Edomite God, correct? Coming from Edom?
Incorrect.
Or no?
Facts. Go ahead. Keep reading.
Okay, I'm just a step. So keep in mind, we also we're dealing with theophoric.
Hey, man, let them finish.
Keep in mind, a word to look up, theophoric names. Theophoric name are names that incorporate the name of the deity, right? This is what I'm establishing. Let's go to Luke 132.
When do I get to respond to these scriptures?
Mind you, I'm using his text to establish.
Yep, and you finna lose. When am I?
Can you chill out? sa.neter, why did he keep getting the pass?
Bro, it's my show. That's why.
Man,
now be quiet or get out.
Yo, I gotta stop, man. Come on, Mandinka. You gotta chill, brother.
Let's go to
Luke. Mandinka.
You said Luke 1:32?
Luke 132. 132.
Luke 1:32. I'm just asking King J. I get to go back to these scriptures, right?
You do. I appreciate you even going for a
Write them down, sir.
Luke 1:32.
132.
Just
right
write
here.
it down, man. Let the man read.
Now you got to pull them up on me. Right there. He shall be great, and shall be called Ben. You know that word in Hebrew is son. Ben Elion. He shall be great and shall be called the Ben Elion, and the Lord God, and the Lord Yahweh shall give unto him the throne of their father David. So that's establishing right there that Jesus, right, is the son of Elion, not Yahweh. Son of Elion, Ben Elion. So when we go, I can reference this to the Dead Sea Scrolls account where they use. We're talking about the nations being portioned.
That's
and they use
dagger right there.
It is. It's polytheism, but I mean I got so much more. But can we go there? I'm just giving them instances. But there, my question to them would be, but he keep mentioning this ill. It's ill for one. He's not. I can put my thing back now. He's not comprehending the difference between a common noun and a pronoun name. So even in the title of his God, when we look at Israel, El in that instance is what? Is it a common noun or is it a pronoun? A pronoun because it's capital. Because if it's capital, it refers to the deity. Correct?
They miss English class. They can't answer that.
You done?
Am I right or wrong?
No, ask you a question.
Please let me respond.
Ask you a question. Don't try to diverge.
Please let me respond. Hold on. So let me respond real quick, Black Sage. Let me respond. So
Yeah,
we went to
put JJ in the back if you don't shut up.
Nobody put nobody in the back. Put yourself back there. This ain't your show.
Man, JJ, but it's mine. So be quiet or get off.
Hey, sa.neter invited me, punk. I didn't care about
like,
you.
Bro, shut up, bro.
Yo, creature from the Black Lagoon, face up, nigga.
Hey, Si, get dude ugly ass out of here, man. I ain't finna keep
go,
playing.
You gotta go.
He gotta go because y'all can't handle the truth. Y'all interrupting
We
him.
finna get him out of here. So King J, it's cool. But
hold on, man. Y'all right.
He crying over here. No, you gotta go.
It's cool.
All right, yo, JJ, this is their show. This is their show. They want you in the back. They don't want you here.
I'm gonna do my show tomorrow, man.
All right.
Yeah, do whatever you do. Go back.
So, brother King J, right? So you said you went here to show that Jesus is the Son of the Highest. Who is the highest in the book of in the Israelite tradition and in the Bible?
Jesus is referred to as Emmanuel. So that's the theophoric name El being incorporated into the God of the name. So Emmanuel was who Jesus will be referred to as in the Old Testament in Isaiah.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you who is the highest, who is the most high in the Bible, in the biblical text.
El, Bereshit, Bara, Elohim.
All right, so this is where he just messed up at. So he just messed up several times. So look, first right here, I told you, stay out the Bible. Genesis 14:22. Abraham said to the king of Sodom, I have lifted up my hand unto the Lord. Is that not the word YAHAWAH? Okay, so who's the God Most High? Because this right here is El Elyon right here. That's what the text says. The text literally is identifying YAHAWAH right here as El Elyon, God Most High. You cannot get around that. There's nothing else you can go to get around that. You cannot get around that. But it's not over. Hold on, because there are several verses where the God is referred to as the Most High. Hold on, and these are all in my presentation. Let's let me show you a couple of them.
Are you
God the Most High? Hold on. YAHAWAH is the Most High. Psalms 83:18. Right? If we go to Psalms 83:18, who does it say is the Most High? Who does it say is the Most High? I'm asking you a question.
My mic is on me. I can talk in different times or what?
If I ask a question, you can answer the question.
What you're doing is you're showing assimilation. But go ahead.
No. Once again, he don't know who the Most High. So once again, we see right here, YAHAWAH. This is the name YAHAWAH. Psalm 83:18. YAHAWAH is the Most High. Elyon. When you see Elyon in the text, it is referring to YAHAWAH. They identify him as the Most High several times. So that scripture you went to, which was a beautiful scripture in Luke, you just took it out of its context. And that's what you're going to do every single time. I don't have time to play with the out of context thing. That's why I'm asking you, when do we get to respond? Now let's go back a little bit, because you went to Isaiah. I don't know who ever goes to Isaiah for this. Why would you go to Isaiah to show that he's talking about he's an Edomite God when it's talking about him murdering people? What are you talking about? It says this: who was it that coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra, that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, that I that speak in righteousness mighty to save? Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth the wine fat? I have trodden the wine press alone, and of the people that was there was none with me, for I tread them in my anger, and I trampled them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garment, and I will stain all my raiment. This ain't talking about no Yahweh comes from fucking Edom. This is talking about him coming from out of Edom so bloody that it looked like he was playing in the wine. It looked like he was stepping on some grapes. What are you talking about? Like, this is why I don't. You guys play with scripture so much, bro. It's ridiculous. The text clearly identified YAHAWAH as the Most High and as a supreme deity, bro. So you keep on talking about when is it a proper noun, bro? I know the difference between a proper and a common noun, bro. So let's actually look at the times that it's translated and it's supposed to be the actual proper noun. Let's actually look at it. Because you obviously don't know how to use a blue letter, or you don't know how to use a dictionary
in Israel
or a lexicon. Hold on. Hold on. This is what I wanted right here.
It's going to be in Greek, actually.
So look, it says here. Where am I looking at? Where am I looking at? It's supposed to say a proper name. Hold on 1 second. I'm just getting it.
Have you firm on one position that you're standing on? Are you saying that
look, hold on.
Saying that Yahweh is Canaanite deity?
Hold on. Look. It says this. It says this. El as a proper name. The 3 times right here that El is translated as a proper name. Let's look at it. Judges 9:46. Oh, this should be called into remember. Why? Because I brought this out in my presentation. Right? The other deities in the Bible are called El. Right? This is the actual exact slide right here. This is the actual slide. Ashereth, Milcom, Chemosh are all called El. 1 Kings 11:5, 1 Kings 11:33. The gods of Syria, the gods of Zidon, the gods of Moab, the gods of Ammon. Judges 10:6. The gods of Egypt 12:12. They're all called El. But this is the point right here in Judges. Baal is called El. Baal Berith. Judges 9:46, 8:33, 9:4. Let's actually read these scriptures, right? Because this is the one time
the deity, right?
You ain't gotta do that.
God, right?
Say that one more time.
Yeah,
because
they're being referred to as gods with the title of El as the God, right? They're not using the generic form of the word.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not, because it wouldn't be capital.
They are.
It wouldn't be capital.
Bro, you made that up. You made that up.
Be capital.
You made that up.
Come on, bro.
You made that up.
Man, you sound silly, bro.
But look,
between a proper noun and a common noun, because the common noun is lowercase. That's
bro,
you made that up.
English language.
You made that up.
English language. That's not how that's not how
you made that up.
You know that.
Right here.
Yo, I got the rollout, so I want Black Sage and Chasaad. I want Black Sage and Chasaad to close us out, man. I gotta go. Gotta roll.
Con, I'm gonna close out with this. I'm gonna close out with sharing my screen. Can I close out with that?
Yes.
Can you share my screen? So.
Yep.
Yeah. So we went to the Strong's itself and showed there's only 3 times the word El is supposed to be translated to be understood as a proper name, right? The 3 times that is doing that is in reference to the god Baal Berith, a god that the Israelites weren't supposed to worship where they were at Shechem. If you read the story in Judges 9, it literally says that they went off and worshiped a different god, Baal Berith. But if you see right here, what is this? El. This is the word El. El Berith. Why is Baal being called El if El is supposed to be the name? Hey, King J, you the only one that came up here and actually tried, and you still got smoked. I'm sorry, bro. You came up, you presented 3 scriptures, and you got smoked on all 3 scriptures. Ausar came up here. Ausar came up here and didn't do nothing. He came up here and hey, just stay tuned. Why? Because he know dang well you couldn't respond to none of that. Not especially not in real time. JJ came up here, completely changed the topic, didn't want no smoke, didn't bring up none on this, didn't bring up anything about this live stream. Because
damn, King J, he got y'all crying up in here, King J. He got King J crying.
Yeah, so he came up and got smoked. Shouts out to Seven Ausar, you came up here, but I think you came up on the wrong type timing, bro. I'm just doing my response video to them doing a response video. So hey, but with that, hey, I want to give all praises to the Most High. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Appreciate y'all rocking with sa.neter. Make sure y'all leaving the Cash App, looking at leaving a like, sharing the video. Shouts out to Black Sage for also putting the bet on y'all with me. Appreciate you.
All right, Sage, close us out, brother.
Hey, I just want to say, hey, great show, Chasaad. You did exactly what you was challenged to do. if they were comfortable with their win, they wouldn't have went over there and had a whole circle jerk party. But that's what they did, man. So he's in every right to come on here and do a response. Y'all should have just let it die. He was cool with the polls. Even if he didn't agree, he didn't come on. He didn't make no response video crying about it. This is only in response to y'all over there playing with each other. But at the end of the day, man, y'all support sa.neter, man. Support sa.neter TV, man. Hit the Cash App. Subscribe to the Patreon, man. I subscribe to the Patreon, man. It be some good shows on them Patreons, man. Subscribe to the Patreon channel, man. It be some good shows on there. When y'all be fiending for what y'all think is real scholar, them old videos he be putting up there, them older ones, man, them be some good shows, man. Y'all subscribe to that Patreon, man. sa.neter TV, man. Peace and blessings.
All right. Peace, y'all. Thank you for coming through. We out.
The HOK is where legends and stars are born. Sa.neter make people famous. If you can't produce the evidence, then your silence is your only option. Don't come into this arena with empty hands and a loud mouth. Be ready to lay your cards on the table, to present your sources for everyone to scrutinize. This is how we elevate the conversation and eliminate the noise. It's a simple, non-negotiable principle. It's the standard. Ultimately, you have to ask yourself a question. Are you a debater or a deflator? Do you come to build, to challenge, and to be challenged with facts and sources, sharpening yourself and others? Or do you come to deflate the room with baseless claims, emotional outbursts, and empty rhetoric? A debater brings their sources. A deflator brings their feelings. Choose your side because in the HOK, we only have room for debaters. Be ready to debate and remember, source your sources.